Yes, sir.
3 in a row.
That's actually 4 in a row.
4 in a row. No.
What is he doing? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the evolution of Sports Talk Television after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take care of business in dominating fashion. 40-17. You have heard me right. 40-17. Losing at halftime, 17-13. We're live here at Ferg's. I look to you, the legend himself, Mr. Leo Haggerty, former Coach Scott and now media member of Night Sports Productions and Amped Up Sports. But before I get your thoughts, you know how we start this off, Bucs Nation. Here it is right here. First, this one. Where is my victory? Where is my victory at? I don't know where my victory's at. I'll just fire the cannons for right now. And three things. Bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. The Bucs in the second half didn't bring any nonsense. Mike Evans didn't bring any nonsense. In fact, if anybody thought that Mike Evans wasn't going to get that 1,000 yards this year, think again, because according to my math, only needs 251 yards, 3-game total of 84 yards to get that 1,000. Leo Haggerty, just an impressive effort. Offensively, Baker Mayfield with 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, running game over 200 yards for this team. The second team this year to do that was against this Chargers stifling defense, the Baltimore Ravens. So many numbers, so many things to talk about. Go for it.
I want to remind people what I said before the game.
I do. I remember. Please tell them.
Over 20, the Bucs win. Under 20, the Chargers win. Well,
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes.
After halftime, and folks, go look this stat up.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucs could have left the punter back in Tampa.
Sure.
They didn't punt.
I didn't punt one time. You know how you solve your punting problems? Don't punt.
Yeah, don't punt.
Very simple. Very simple.
Well, I think they had the ball 5 times in the first half.
Yes.
Scored 3.
Yes.
Fumble once, interception. And then they just went down and scored
Yeah.
pretty much every possession. And I got to wonder what the Chargers were thinking trying to single cover Mike Evans.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me?
Yeah, well, I don't know what they're doing at that point, but paced by 2 Mike Evans touchdowns, and you look at the numbers, 9 catches for 159 yards, including a splendid scale out of the pocket, get out of that pocket, throw the ball on the run to Mike Evans. Mike Evans tippy-toes himself to the end zone for 57 yards. And then a perfect strike by Baker Mayfield. He gets the time like they did in the first half there because there was some pressure on 3rd down and 12 when Graham Barton, who didn't necessarily have his best game, right? Rookie, mistake there. I believe it was Bretterson on that, but Barton also picked up a couple holding penalties there. But Bretterson picks up a penalty, 3rd and 12. This Bucs team has lived and died, definitely lived on 3rd down. 35-yard strike to Mike Evans. Tell you what, I know you guys want to call up, so let's go ahead and go out to the phone lines. What's your name, where you're calling from? You're on the Sports Web here live from Ferg's after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won 4 in a row. And are
yes, sir. Eric from
6.
Lakeland, Florida.
What's going on, buddy?
Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. What a game. What a second half.
Yes.
First half.
And here's my victory. Here's my victory button right here. You ready? Here it is. Victory! There it is right there. Yes.
Yeah. You're forced some throws. Mike Evans, great second half. Great game.
Yep.
Run game looked good. Yep. Sean Tucker, maybe to end the game, fresh legs. A good run game helps the passing game.
Well, look, team statistics here with the rushing game, 222 yards, guys. Make no mistake about it. It is the biggest facet of this Bucs offense. It makes them scary in the postseason. If they get to the postseason, which they control their own destiny, you said it best off air. All the pressure now is on the Atlanta Falcons because they were 6-2. And now they're 6-7 in a must-win game versus the Raiders tomorrow night.
I think the Raiders can. I know Max Crosby is out, but you think the Raiders are tanking for Shedeur Sanders?
Absolutely.
Just going to lay it down.
Absolutely, they most likely are.
I think the Panthers can beat the Falcons, and then the Falcons lose the Commanders. The Bucs can win 9-8. The Bucs could lose 2 more games, but I think
Dallas scares me next week.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll tell you right
Dallas,
now, guys.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I hope they flex it out, but I don't think they can.
If this Bucs team is playing the way they are, and hats off to a Todd Bowles defense, which, by the way, we are not going to talk about Todd Bowles being fired today. I guarantee you.
Nope. With
that defense and their effort they showed in that second half. And
yeah,
for
they
him,
didn't score any points in this. I mean, hey, I know the Chargers are not, world beaters, but hey, you hold someone to 17 points, you're going to win a lot of damn games in this league.
Yes, you are.
Excuse my language.
Yes, absolutely. You got Eagle fans coming by here.
I'll tell you what the biggest thing was.
Yes.
Go look at the film. Right after half, the Bucs hold the Chargers to a three and out.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
And then go down and score, and the Chargers on offense panicked.
They did panic.
They panicked.
And Justin Herbert had a streak of 357 plays without an interception. One before Tom Brady, and Jamel Dean gets an interception there. And then later on in the game, the Bucs cause a fumble. And can we just say the true leaders of this team, make no mistake about it, offensively, it's definitely Mike Evans because he's the go-to guy. And oh, by the way, Levante David, I think he heard Harry the Greek there because he had 11. And let me make sure I got these stats up to date here.
2 sacks, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 12 tackles, right?
11 tackles, 2 sacks, and a partridge in a pear tree. That guy's going to be 35 in January. He's playing like he's 25 at this point. The guy is completely the defensive leader on this team. He led this team today defensively. And look, Todd Bowles said it, and they said it on the broadcast. They recalibrated on that bye week. Leo, you talked about this, and Eric, I appreciate the call. As always, my friend, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. How important was that bye week? Because you get healthy with Mike Evans. It's a totally different offense. And then defensively, they look different. They look better.
Hey, let's go back to when they won the Super Bowl, guys.
Yep.
A late bye week. I said the worst thing, being an Eagles fan, and I don't hide that. You tell me I bleed cheesesteak.
It's okay.
I said the worst thing that happened to Philadelphia, they had a week 5 bye week.
Yes.
The best thing that happened to Tampa Bay is they had a double-digit bye week. Because now you can recalibrate, you can self-scout, and you can get healthy. That's the biggest thing.
Yes, you can. Let's go out to the phone lines here live from Ferg's. How you doing? And welcome to the Evolution. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Pete?
What's going on, buddy? Is this Corey?
Yeah, man, it's Corey from Virginia. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. What do you think about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a victory? Victory! Right there, 40-17 over the Chargers.
Oh, man, it was beautiful, man. Like y'all were saying, the second half was outstanding. And if they can just play like that every game, I know it's tough, but, geez, man, they just looked unbelievable.
They did look unbelievable. And you look at Baker Mayfield for the day here. Look at his numbers. We were talking about it. Look, there were some throws he got away with there. He had the key interception. We talked about that, but settled down that second half, especially him and Mike Evans, that chemistry. Somebody needs to turn off that damn alarm. I don't know what's going on. That was kind of the defense today against the Chargers, especially that second half. And that offense versus the Chargers defense, 22 for 27 with Baker Mayfield. 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, and you gotta love live television.
And I'll tell you what, guys, we had a chance to sit here and watch the Lions on one side and the Eagles on the other.
Yes.
And the Lions defense is in shambles.
They're not good.
They're not healthy.
Right.
They're out of bodies.
Right.
And the Eagles are starting to put it together.
Correct.
I mean, guys, we watched 3 games, and there were some people. Yeah, go fly, Eagles, fly. There it is.
I see. And it was a big game today for the Eagles. The Eagles win that game. Big time Bucs here. Let me get back to Corey here. But you're exactly right. And I think, with people ruling this Bucs team out, again, it comes down to the momentum. This team right now is playing with some great momentum. Their defense is starting to put it together. And on top of it, their offense. When you can run the ball for over 200 yards, when you have a quarterback that can throw it anywhere and everywhere, when you have a quarterback that
has some escapability.
He has that escapability. He has that swag. He has that moxie that coaches have talked about in the offseason, the last 2 off seasons. You can go a lot of places. And then Jalen McMillan stepping up in the first half, Mike Evans stepping up in the second half there. And once again, this offensive line doing a damn good job to keep the pressure off of Baker Mayfield.
And when they didn't, Mayfield was able to escape.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing.
That was it. Corey, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, and I wanted to say that backup linebacker that we he played for Atlanta. Now he plays for us, but he had a key fumble recovery. He was playing well, too.
Vi Jones, and that's not the guy. You're thinking of Deion Jones, who got picked
I'm
up.
sorry.
That's all right. Vi Jones was on their practice squad. Now he's playing. He calls the fumble later on in that fourth quarter to ice the deal. Boy, somebody needs to turn off that alarm at this point. But, Corey, appreciate the call. Anything else here on the Evolution, my friend?
Oh, no, that's it. Thank you, Peter.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Use that second call. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to these comments, and we'll get back to the game. We'll recap more of this game here. Ben Parrish says, LFG, Bucs win, Bucs win. Let's go out to the phone lines. Let's go out to Frankie from Wisconsin. Frankie, welcome to the Evolution after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take care of business against an elite defense like the LA Chargers, 40-17. Go.
What's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
Dude, that alarm, man. Whew.
Huh?
That alarm in the background, man.
There's nothing I can do about it, guys. I can listen. I can control Wi-Fi to a certain degree. I can control sound. I was
just trying to make a comment to just make a laugh. That's all.
All right, go ahead. What's up?
All right, so I just want to make a comment. The Bucs are on fire. We knew this was going to happen. Baker's playing the best football. We knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did anyway. Now, what we got to look at is we are going to win our division. We knew this was going to happen. But what we got to look at now, if we win our division, we're winning we got the number 4 seed. But what we don't realize, everybody, is what we could be looking at is the number 3 seed.
No, they'll have the 3
because
seed.
Seattle's last 4 games aren't exactly,
Okay, so
easy.
hold on a sec here. Now go ahead and go back to this. Frankie, hold on a minute. What did you say, Leo?
I think if they win out, they get the 3 seed.
If they win out, they get. So again, they control their own destiny, and that's important because your 4th seed, you play the 5th seed, and that would be the Minnesota Vikings, which would be a tough matchup because they're good defensively, good offensively, Justin Jefferson. But again, I want to put this out there, Frankie, and I want to see if you agree, Bucs Nation, that the Bucs fans, you should be scared of none of these teams at this point because when the Bucs are playing their game, and again, this was a measuring stick game. This was your measuring stick.
A barometer.
Barometer. You talked about it before the game, and they absolutely crushed the Chargers in dominating fashion, and that was a top defense. So Bucs fans, Bucs Nation, you should not feel worried or sorry or like, Detroit, to me, good offense, but defensively, they're not that great. Philadelphia, the Bucs beat the Lions, the Bucs beat the Eagles. It would be tough. But when the Bucs play their game, when it comes down to offense, defense, of course, special teams, they can beat anybody. And they continue this roll and continue this momentum. Look out.
If we do get the number 3 seed, who are we looking at facing at the number 3 seed?
I would have to look, but it would be what, 3 and 6?
Minnesota or Green Bay.
I believe it's Green Bay, and that would be a home game. That's a home game.
Oh well, I don't mind placing the Chiefs. We're good on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tap out, my friend.
You're done?
Yep.
All right, my friend. I appreciate you there. Leo Haggerty with us today. Thanks a lot. The legend himself from a
Leo,
coach.
the legend.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Let's do it again.
Yes, sir. We will.
Next week, maybe.
Next week, my friend.
All
Next
right,
Sunday night. We'll be here. All right. So we are coming back here. Frankie, go ahead.
Well, like I'm just saying, I honestly think we're going to get the number 3 seed. Like I said, the Seahawks, they're playing the Packers tonight. Unfortunately, I don't want to root for that team. That is my least favorite team in the world. But I'm rooting against the Seahawks tonight because I want the Buccaneers to get that number 3 seed.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely. All right, Frankie,
So-
I appreciate you. As always, use that second call. Let me go out to the phone lines here. What's your name, where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution after your Bucs move to 8-6 as they defeat the LA Chargers 40-17. A 40-burger tonight.
Hey, Peter, it's Abraham again. Great win.
Yes.
I like the way the backup stepped up on defense. I mean, I like the way Jamel Dean got that pick. I like the way everybody's starting to gel together, even Tryon Shawinka.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
great win. Let's just keep building on it. All right, 3 more to go, 1 game at a time.
Yeah, well, 3 more to go, 1 game at a time, and it comes with the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night primetime football. And listen, you definitely, that's a beatable team. They're playing better as of late, but and that's a game. You know, that's a team that's going to give you everything they can handle. You still have, you know, CeeDee Lamb there. You don't have Dak Prescott. So, again, it's a winnable game. You've got to take care of it, but you control your own destiny. And with this big-time win here, you have an opportunity to run the table and get those 11 wins. And who knows, like Frankie said and like Leo said, maybe capture that 3rd seed. We'll see.
All right, Peter, have a good night.
All right, Abraham, appreciate the call. As always, let me go back out to the phone lines. They're wide open, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So let's read the comments, and then we will take your phone calls. As always, what are your Bucs fans' thoughts? Bucs Nation out there, how impressive was this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team in the second half? Let's start it out here real quick as we kind of came into it. But it starts out with Bucky Irving with a long run of 24 yards. You start to see those long runs with Bucky Irving, right? Not White, but Irving finally getting those carries, because at halftime, 68 yards of total rushing, and then after that, they took off for, again, over 200 yards. But Irving gets a 24-yard run, and then all of a sudden you see Baker Mayfield scramble, and he finds Mike Evans for 57 yards, tiptoe to the end zone there, and the Bucs are up 20-17. After that, another good drive there, but they have to settle for a field goal. It's 23-17. And then, like we talked about, Baker Mayfield, and there's the alarm back again. God, that's terrible. Baker Mayfield gets a clean pocket, even with the Bucs picking up a penalty there. 35 yards, perfectly placed pass to Mike Evans. There's nobody else that could catch it besides Evans. He makes a move. He gains the leverage there. He gets a touchdown, and at that point, it's 30-17. All this being done in the third quarter, 17 unanswered points. And then at that juncture, Rachaad White with an 11-yard touchdown pass. Looks like a blitz. Baker reads it, throws off to White there on the screen, goes in for the touchdown to make it 37-17. And then, of course, Chase McLaughlin with a 43-yarder to cap it off. So, again, we'll continue to read the comments. With a dominant second half, Michael Hulk says, talk about a win. Fire those cannons. Michael says, no pressure, Falcons. No pressure at all. Let's go, Bucs. Let's go, Bucs. Let's go! Right there. I don't think that's my car. I don't know whose car that is, but that's really freaking annoying at this point. Let's see here. I don't think it's mine. I definitely don't think it's mine. All right. Levante David put this defense on his back today. He was on fire. Absolutely he was, as he ended the day here. You look at the numbers for him. Again, 11 tackles, 2 sacks, all over the field for this team today. So Levante David steps up. Definitely LFG. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go out to Ben here. What's going on? Bucs fan out in the back. Come on over here. Sit down. Sit down right there. Get into that mic. All right. Go ahead and sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You can sit down. It's okay. That's the camera right there. Get that mic close. You ready? What's your name? You're on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live from Ferg's.
Yes, my name is Carl.
All right, Carl, what did you think of that Bucs effort today? A dominating win.
Dominated win, and we good. Let's go, Tampa Bay.
Let's go, Tampa Bay. So how confident are you in this team going forward? Of course, the Dallas Cowboys next week on Primetime Football. My question is, are you going to be here live at Ferg's on the Sports Web? Because they're going to be here live. Are you going to be here live?
I'm going to be here.
Okay.
But I don't know about live, but I'll be here, and We don't care about them cowgirls.
Right. Okay. You feel confident that this team can run the table the next 3 games? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We got this.
All right, man. How did you enjoy your time here at Ferg's?
Lovely.
Yeah?
Always.
Did you eat a lot of wings?
Wings.
Yes.
Everything. I come here 4 days out of the week.
Okay. We got to explain this dynamic. Is this who is this right here?
That's my sister.
Okay, this is your sister.
Detroit. This
Okay.
my wife.
This is your wife. Okay.
Buffalo.
She's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Yeah.
Your sister's a Lions fan. How does this work out? How does this dynamic work?
It's not real good.
Unless they play each other, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right, you lost. Bills won today. Congratulations. You'll have better days there. We'll see you in the playoffs, hopefully.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for tuning in to the evolution of Sports Talk
Thank you.
Television, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff there. What's your name again? Go ahead and give your name out there.
Carl.
Carl. All right, Carl, what I want you to do, keep those headphones on. Go to the Sports Web on YouTube or friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake, okay?
Okay.
All right. I got you, Carl. Go
Thank you.
Bucs. You ready?
Go Bucs.
Tampa!
Hey!
Tampa!
Hey!
Tampa!
Hey!
All right, there we go right there, Carl. Appreciate you. We'll fire the cannons right there. Appreciate you as always. Good stuff there. Open phone lines. That's what you get here live at Ferg's. Live Bucs fans, 727-255. The Sports Web on YouTube. The Sports Web on YouTube. Yes, right there. Always promoting, always closing. An open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 here live at Ferg Sports Bar and Grill. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And, of course, for Bucs Nation, it's your time. After your Bucs have won 4 in a row here, they defeat the LA Chargers 40-17. Thank you very much for coming by. Thank God that alarm is over with. LFG. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you calling from? You're on the Evolution. Yes, I see that.
What's up, Peter?
What's going on,
It's
buddy?
Trevor.
Trevor from North Carolina. What are your thoughts on this big-time Bucs victory?
Man, this was awesome, man. You know, like I'm thankful for every win that we get.
Right.
By all means, you know.
Right.
But, you know, those wins that we had previously against, you know, the Raiders, the Panthers, you know, it didn't look like let's just be honest, it didn't look the way we wanted it to look.
Correct.
You know, as Bucs fans, we wanted to dominate, right?
Correct.
And so if you would have told me we would have went to LA, I mean, I believe that we could have won this game, but if you'd have told me we would have
Are you a wrestling fan? Are you a wrestling fan by chance?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let me give you some wrestling knowledge of what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are. They are the Road Warriors, one of the greatest tag teams. They are the Road Warriors this year, 5-2 on the road, taking care of business. Versus a team that coming into the weekend was the top scoring defense. They're not giving up points. They're not giving up rushing yards, and this Bucs team absolutely punched them in the mouth in that second half, especially that third quarter with 17 unanswered points. Absolutely. Yes.
The offense is clicking on all cylinders.
Yes.
And, you know, one of the reasons why we're able to win on the road is we can run the damn ball.
Yes.
Finally. It's a great feeling because the second half, like, you know what? We're not going to put everything on Baker. We're going to, you know what? We're going to give the ball to Bucky Irvin, Rashad White. We're going to let them lead us down the road to victory. Now, granted, he hooked up with Mike Evans for those long bombs, for those 2 touchdowns, which was amazing.
Yes.
But it was all set up by that great running game that we have. If we can run the ball like this, we're going to run right into the playoffs. The teams aren't going to want to play us.
No, you're not going to want to play us. And like we talked about, you know, throughout the whole season, Bucky Irving is special. And when you give him the carries and you give him the opportunities and you get him in open space, and great block by the offensive line, great block by Ryan Miller on the 54-yard run. When he gets out in the space, man, it's academic. You're barely going to catch him. They catch him, but he's going to get those big-time runs. That's going to help out that offense going forward. And we talked about the balance. When this team is balanced offensively with the running game, it takes the pressure off of Baker Mayfield, and you also have those long plays down the field. That's why you have basically a clean pocket at that point on on those downs where you're throwing the ball and you're getting the ball to Jalen McMillan and, of course, Cade Otton and Mike Evans in that second half.
Absolutely. Hey, Jalen McMillan played awesome in the first half. He had a bigger role in the first half. He did his thing.
Yep.
He finally stepped up, and we needed that. We desperately needed another receiver other than Mike Evans to step up, and McMillan played a great game today.
Agree. And that's the thing. Well, once McMillan starts to kind of go off there, then you start to, push coverage towards him. Mike Evans, he's in the slot, or whether he's on the outside or not, he's got one-on-one coverage at that point because you got to respect McMillan. And he shows you why most likely he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer and most likely tie Jerry Rice's record for 1,000 yards consecutively, 11 seasons in a row. He's just that good. And it just shows you with this team also, they may not be a first half squad, but as we always say here on the Sports Web, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And consequently, the Chargers have finished today. What else, Trevor?
Oh, man, I'm just happy, man. And I just want to say one thing to all the Fire Bowls crew.
Yes.
They're welcome to come join us today on this live.
Yes.
If they want to.
Yes, it's crickets, though, because you won't hear anybody say fire Todd Bowles. You won't hear anybody say this defense was bad because they weren't in that second. I think the whole defense overall, and you look at the numbers here when it comes to just overall numbers, total yards for the Chargers, 207, passing yards, 175, rushing yards, 32. You cause 2 turnovers. You get 3 sacks in this game, so you had to like that. 2 by Levante David. I mean, what else do you want, Bucs fans? What do you want? You got Jamel Dean with an interception there. You got a Calls fumble, and you got Levante David playing out of his mind. And I get it. Not every team is going to roll over because it's no freaking logic when it comes down to it. But this Bucs team, when they were up against it today, down 17-13 at halftime, they came out and showed you why most likely they're going to win the NFC South and be somebody's nightmare and somebody's thorn in their side if they get to the playoffs. And most likely they will get to the playoffs. Absolutely.
That's right. And you know what, Peter? You know what I got to say, and I'll end it here.
Say it.
Cowboys, your asses belong to us next Sunday.
Love it. Good stuff there. Let me give you the victory. Victory! Let me give you the air horn. And let me give you this right here. Go ahead. Bucs Nation, you like this? All right, my friend. Use that second call if you want to. Appreciate the time, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go. North Carolina, Wisconsin, California, all around the United States. If you don't know what this is the evolution of Sports Talk Television live here from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Is it a TV show? Is it a radio show? It's both without the station. Let's go out to Eric. Eric, welcome to the evolution of sports.
What's up, Peter Blake?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Don't bring no nonsense.
Yes, absolutely. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah. How do you do? We keep the number 1 defense.
Yes. How impressive was that, by the way?
Amazing. This feels like a Super Bowl team. Remember, this is the 2020 Bucs. Remember, we had a great record on the road.
Yeah.
This is the exact same warpath we're at now.
Well, listen, they definitely. I'm not going to compare the teams because they were different, but they're absolutely getting on a roll at this point, and we've seen this script before. We saw it last year with the Todd Bowles led team when they started out 4-7 and went on a roll, and they have an opportunity this year. Has the schedule favored them? Absolutely. And you got Bucs dancing in the background. You got to love that. We're on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. You just don't be doing that. Come on now. Yeah. Come on, keep it PG.
Nobody gave the Bucs respect today. Nobody picked the Bucs to win today. Nobody.
Right. I don't think anybody picked the Bucs today, but we picked the Bucs today. I picked the Bucs today. Please don't spit on me. Thank you. All right. Man, so there you go.
I think, man, who's number 1 running back? Do we have to pick one now? Who's number 1 back?
Well, listen, I think it's a good problem, but everybody knows that Bucky Irving is going to be your guy. I mean, you look at the numbers. 15 carries, 117 yards, 7.8 average, didn't have a touchdown, but had a 54-yard run, had a 24-yard run that was the catalyst of this offense taking off and taking those deep shots down the field with Mike Evans. So, unequivocally, I definitely think he's your number 1 back, but it's a good problem to have. And you're going to have Rashad White
And
there.
Tucker, don't forget about Tucker.
Well, Tucker had 7 for 16. White had 15 for 64. So you have Irving, White, and Tucker. It's a good problem to have. But to answer your question, I definitely think Irving is the number one guy going forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Mason, man. He was a steal.
He's definitely a steal, man. 4th-round pick. Absolutely.
Hey, I have a question for you, man.
Sure. Go for it.
If you have to rate yourself with this Bucs win, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about Todd Bowles' job security?
I don't think it's a question. Why is this a question still? Why is this still a question? He's proved himself, even with all the injuries. Do you want to? Let me ask you, Eric. I'll put you on the spot right now. Bucs Nation, I'm going to put you on the spot. If you're asking this question, if Todd Bowles is on the hot seat, I do not think he's on the hot seat. I think he's done a hell of a job with all the injuries offensively. And let me answer the question, Eric, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. This is not going to happen here. This happens on the phone when I'm doing sales, and I have to allow it to happen. You're not going to talk over me here. I get it. You're excited about it. Let me answer the question at this point. Yes. Again, Todd Bowles' security at this point, I don't think it should be a situation where he is under fire. He's definitely earned his job. He's done a hell of a job at this point. Guys are having a good time in the back. I mean, let me ask you, Eric, do you want to fire him?
No. How about Liam Cohen, though? If we keep him, I'll just put him away.
Again, that's problems at this point where I'm just not worried about it. I'm not worried about that stuff. Just win one game at a time. Keep on winning. Right. Keep on winning games. Let's see what they do in the playoffs here.
Yeah. I just want to see, does Todd Bowles have to win one? Does he have to win at least one playoff game this year?
I think he has to win at least one playoff game. Yes, I do think he has to win. But I just don't see how he's. Listen, if he loses the next 3, then maybe that's a conversation. But again, I just don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to continue to have this conversation.
I'm just asking
about Todd Bowles.
Well,
why are we asking this question? This team just beat the Chargers, who were the top scoring defense in the National Football League, and they just beat them 40-17.
You want me to see the link?
Huh?
You want to see this article?
I don't want to read the article. I don't care about the articles at this point. I'm telling you what happened in this game. This conversation should not be happening all the time. All right. I appreciate you, Eric. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I mean, again, I understand there are some Bucs people, Bucs fans that still want Todd Bowles fired. I really don't understand it at this point because I think he's done a hell of a job with this Bucs team being injured on both sides of the ball. I really do. And I think if you run the table, especially at this point, yes, and you are on camera. How you doing? Yes. Hello. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television as people are getting crazy. Let's go out to this guy right here. Let me see where is his sound effect out here? Hold on a sec. Where is my sound? There it is. Mr. Kennedy! Let's go out to Best of the Bays, Tampa Bay. Ray Kennedy right there after the Bucs win 40-17. Hooping it up here live at Ferg's. Bucs win 40-17. Just a dominating effort. I mean, I know you love that, right?
Just top to bottom, 357 passes that, Herbert gone without interception. Jamal gets that interception. The defense playing so strong, playing quarters on the coverage and actually making Herbert go high on some passes. We had him covered low underneath and also on the backside. Exactly the kind of game you'd expect from a team that's making getting prepared for the 2024 postseason.
Right.
But now, they put this one in the books. Now the Chargers have to deal with the Broncos on Thursday night. We have to go into Dallas next Sunday night on primetime TV and continue to show that this is a team that's continued to mature.
Absolutely, continue to mature, and it starts with Baker Mayfield, and we talked about it, right? I mean, you couldn't have a worse start, I thought, in that second quarter. I thought it was a good start in the first quarter, but then after that, the second quarter, for some reason, has been the bugaboo for this team. You get an interception by Baker Mayfield, forces that ball, doesn't see the defender come under, trying to throw it to Mike Evans. And then after that, you have a fumble by White. And listen, Mayfield didn't have his best game in that first half, but he definitely finished out. He finished out with 2 touchdowns here, and the camera's right there. We're live here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Appreciate it. 22 for 27, 288, including 2 touchdowns to Mike Evans there. Definitely was impressive.
Well, 4 touchdowns overall, and then make no mistake about it. You saw the graphic run at the end of the game, and I'm sure you didn't, Peter, because you were busy setting up the post-game show, but the Buccaneers are tied with the Buffalo Bills for the most wins in December since 2020.
Yes.
That's one of those statistics that going even back to Tony Dungy, going back to John McKay in 79. This is a statistic the Bucs have never been able to say they're tops in the league in. And then also you go in today, and make no mistake about it, you get that interception, and then Rashad White has that fumble, and we're already down 7. And I fully expected it to go 24-10. I expected it. And we were, my daughter's birthday, we were celebrating it today. So I was watching you doing a great job down there at Ferg's and watching some of the pre and halftime shows. But I expected to be down 24-10. I get back in the car, and they only give up a field goal. And not only that, but we're actually driving for, to get our touchdown. So this is the kind of game that, again, we can check all the boxes. This is a game that the Buccaneers team going the last 4 years, I don't know if this team wins on the road in LA versus an AFC opponent like those Chargers.
Well, it's what I said, at the beginning. This team is 4-2 on the road this year. They're the road warriors, and they love to win on the road, and that's a good thing because, listen, they may not have a high seed. They may be a 3rd seed, but they may have to go to Detroit. You may have to go to the Philadelphia Eagles, and you may have to win on the road. And don't you feel confident that this team can do that on the road? I definitely do because they've shown that. Do you feel confident that they have balance in the offense and they can run the ball and they can play some defense? I do feel confident that they've beaten both of those teams this year. I get it early on in the season. It remains to be seen because Detroit, besides today losing to the Buffalo Bills, and then, of course, to the Lions, and then the Lions, and then the Eagles beat the Steelers. Right. So the Lions lost today. Yeah, it's been
and then, hey, all the pressure's on Atlanta tomorrow night. Monday Night Football. You're playing, a great team tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. You've got to win to just stay 1 game in back of us because you've now seen the team, the Buccaneers, that they're controlling their own destiny, and you can pretty much expect them to come out each and every week. But Peter, I'll go ahead and throw it to you this way too. If the Buccaneers win the NFC South, they become the 4th seed, right? The 4th divisional winner. Any of the 3 wild cards beneath them, if they win in advance, you never lose your seeding. So the Buccaneers are seeding 4th, and we get a team like the Commanders, or we get like the Vikings out of the NFC North that are doing good in these playoffs. If they go in and beat a team like Detroit, who showed today they're beatable, they go in and beat a team like the Eagles, which we've shown every time we've played them in the last year.
Hold on a sec. Can you guys do me a favor, please? Can you guys leave? No. The sports web. I don't have it. The sports web. No, go away. We're guests. You're not. Go away.
Hey, Peter, I got Alfonso. I'll have Alfonso, our body guy there at Ferg's, world famous Ferg's Bar and Grill, come out there and give you some help.
Please do. Guys, I'm trying to do a live show here. You guys are losing your mind. Can you the sports web. All right, go ahead, Ray. Continue on.
No, I just want to go that, even though this ends up being the very, very, very long play, and, Harry DeVries type of lingo, is that if you have a team like the Vikings and the Commanders winning in the playoffs, the Bucs take care of their first home game, which would be the 4th seed they'd host. There's a way that the entire NFC playoffs could roll through Tampa Bay, and we could play 3 home games on a march up to Super Bowl there in New Orleans. So I don't want to keep you on the phone if those guys give me a hard time.
You guys, go away. Go. You got your 15 minutes of fame. Go away.
That's not going to help it, brother. They're drunk. The more you fan them away, the more they want to come in.
Hold on. The sports web on YouTube. The sports web on YouTube.
And tell him that if he wants to see a picture of himself, go to smallpenises.com. And he's actually the poster boy on page 1. So you can get him there too.
We're live here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, talking to Tampa Bay. Ray Kennedy, as always. Go away, please. Go away.
Peter, tell him.
Go away.
Peter, tell him I'll be there next Friday night doing Cup of Ray, and come talk to me, and I'll take care of business.
Okay, guys, we're trying to do a live show here. So I'm trying to do a live show. I appreciate the support. It's the Sports Web on YouTube. If you want to go there and like and subscribe, you can do that, okay? Thank you. All right. Go ahead, Ray. Finish up, man.
No, just a fantastic job today. Just a game that, again, I wasn't trying to say that I didn't expect the Bucs to win this game. I expected pressure from the outside linebackers, but then Stack Avenue, Logan Hall, and Vita took care of business. Kalijah Cansey drops off, and is that asshole still talking to you?
Boss, I told you it's the Sports Web on YouTube. Okay? All right, hold on a sec here. All right, so we're live here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about right now. Absolutely go and like and subscribe right there. Thank you very much,
100%.
sweetheart. Appreciate you as always. So we're kind of off track here, so let's get back on track. And let's go to the big-time story here with Bucky Irving, 15 carries for 117 yards. That was the big-time story. Boss, no, this is not – this is – okay. It's not on. You can't hear nothing. It's not on. Okay, thank you, man. Go ahead. I know you're
Peter.
drinking. Yes. No, go ahead. Keep on talking. No, keep on talking. No, Bucky Irving, 15 carries for 117 yards. I already told you, the Sports Web.
Peter.
Sports Web.
Peter,
do you understand?
Ask my boy.
Do you understand?
Ask my boy to say hawk to you.
Okay.
Just ask him one time.
All right.
Say that's his
You're
viral
not
moment.
listening, so go ahead. Keep on talking here. Yes,
well, no, the thing I like
Sports
about it
Web.
is the fact that even later on, Rashad White has the big run for a touchdown. And it's not, and I know you made the point, I think we both agreed on this several weeks ago, that Bucky's earned this starting job, and it's not a knock on Rashad White. It's just that the way this Liam Cohen offense runs, but it's such a great problem to have that you've got two linebackers that the defenses from here on out are studying film night in and night out, getting ready to play us, because at the end of the day, it's the 5 hogs we have at 6'5", 300-plus pounds across that offensive line.
Guys, go away, please. Please go away. I want you to go away.
This is the smallest penis convention ever. Where are these guys? Where are they dressed? Do they have any football shirts?
I have no idea at this point, and I'm just, this guy keeps on talking to me, and I don't know what this guy is on. I guess it's Krusty the Clown and his friend. I don't know what the hell is going on, but yes,
Peter,
I
you're
do.
a fan of that
Thank
player
you.
now.
Okay, here it is. You ready? I'm gonna write it down. All right, you ready? Here it goes. You got it? You got this. Here it goes. You ready? No. Here we go. You ready? I'm going to write it down for you, okay?
Hey, and do me a favor. Tell your boy to come by and pick his mom up. I'm done with her, and she wants to go home.
There you go. There it is. The Sports Web on YouTube. Ready? There it is. Go
there
away.
You go.
Go away,
Peter,
please.
he can't read.
Go away.
He can't read.
That's all I got. That's all I got. If you guys don't got it, just go away. Just go away. You got, thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. No. You're not sorry. You are sorry. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. All right. That's what you
But
get.
anyway.
Yes.
They're going to be back.
I don't care.
Because here's what happens. I mean, you had the great time down at the world famous Ferg Sports Bar and Grill, but you've had a couple of drinks and you realize you have no game. So you're going home alone tonight.
He threw his beer on me and it hit my papers. So there you go.
Are you kidding, Peter?
I'm
so
kidding
sorry,
you.
brother.
It's all good.
I should have been there.
It's all good. All good at this point. We're back to normal again. Thank you, God. Krusty the Clown and his compadre is not there with us. But listen, guys, this is what we do. This is the live television aspect of it. You got asshole drunks in the background.
Hey, but that was a great job, brother.
Thank you.
You handled it very, very, very Democrat or very politically correct, if you will. And the thing is, we're all having a great time down there.
Right.
But you got to. I can't see you when I was watching the show, but when I called you, I can't see it. What were they dressed like? Were they in like football gear? Were they Bucs fans? No.
I don't know what they were in, man, but we've spent way too much time on this and too much energy on this after the Bucs went 40-17.
Oh, what a game.
Give me some other thoughts here. Levante David, 11 tackles, 2 sacks. I mean, just another dominating effort. And listen, this guy has stepped up. It's not just Mike Evans, who, by the way, only needs 251 yards. So he has to average about 84 yards a game of receiving in the next 3 games in order to make his mark here, get that 1,000 yards receiving. But Levante David has absolutely stepped up. So what else, bud?
Well, I know, and you know what? I'll go ahead and say this because I was watching the game with my father-in-law here at the end of it, and he was like, I heard a rumor that, Chris Godwin could maybe be gone next year. I'm like, well, let me tell you, first of all, Jason Light will figure out a way to make that work if that's what the plan is. But I tell you what, if it comes down to Levante David and even restructuring Mike Evans to make sure he continues to stay here until whenever his Hall of Fame career is over, then there's going to be some decisions that have to be made. But we don't have to do that right now. At the end of the day, we went into L.A. against one of the hottest teams in the AFC, against a quarterback who hadn't thrown an interception in 357 passes. And I get it, but it was the front pressure that was putting on Herbert that made him toss that up, put some air under that duck, and of course Jamel Dean goes right underneath it. This is the kind of games and the type of plays a winning football team makes. And you know what? You've already spent way too much time on the fire Todd Bowles thing, but we just kid around about it because at the end of the day,
to me, anybody that's making, having that statement right now just is not getting it, because this team has played for Todd Bowles.
Yes.
Even with all the injuries, offensively and defensively, especially defensively, you're playing without Antoine Winfield Jr. for the majority of the year. You're playing without Chris Godwin. You're playing without Mike Evans. Guys like Jalen McMillan are stepping up defensively.
Yes.
Guys like Anthony Nelson, Christian Etienne, just over in Tyke Smith. I mean, getting rookie
and you
contributions.
lost Mike Edwards, and you had Jordan Whitehead coming in to put in that secondary, because even though they weren't the most complete available secondary players in the market, they knew the system. And you're going down to rookies and Merriweather. What a game Merriweather has today, making an impact. These impact players that Jason Light has continued to draft year in and year out, year over year, that continue to make plays in this system. And here's the thing, I'll leave you with this, brother.
Yes,
First
please.
of all,
Yes.
great job today.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Oh, brother, I love you. Dave Canales came in here, and in 12 months, he got a head coaching job because he's a good offensive play caller. There's never been a better play caller from a rhythmic standpoint that I've ever seen as a Buccaneers fan than Liam Cohen. This guy knows where to go where they ain't, and I love it. But you guys, at the end of the day, I'm not ready to start having some argument when you have a playoff caliber coach who has all 53 ready to run through a locker room, because I'm worried about the OC getting out the door. I don't want to lose Liam, but I can tell you right now that this team moving forward, should it come to pass where Liam gets respect and maybe moves somewhere else, hopefully not the Saints or in the division, then at the end of the day, we're going to continue to draw in good offensive coordinators because we have a system here. Jason Light has a system here. It's not plug and play, but it's a system that you bring in talent and you can still have success. So at the end of the day, celebrate this victory. Your Buccaneers are now 2 games up in the NFC South, and we'll see what the Falcons can do tomorrow night.
All right, man. Good stuff. Let me go out to Ray Kennedy. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week here live at Ferg's. All right, boss?
You love it, brother. I love you too.
All right. I saw Curtis called in. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I was really trying to be nice to that guy. I wrote it down. He still didn't want to, and then he threw beer on me. But, hey, listen, it doesn't matter. You're down 17-13 in the first half. Doesn't matter. Tampa Bay Buccaneers find a way to win 40-17 over the Chargers. We're live here on the JP Peterson Show, and also Twitter account, and then the other accounts. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube, and friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Let's go out to this guy. Let's go out to Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. What's going on, boss? I got to tell you, you were exactly right about what you talked about when it came down to the Bucs and Chargers. Welcome to the evolution.
Peter, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, I'm better. I just wish I was there hanging out with you.
I do too, but that's okay. It happens sometimes.
Because the white shit that was on his face that he was pouring, you couldn't really see what he was doing.
Right.
Because he was standing behind you.
Right.
Well, on live TV, he would have got absolutely annihilated.
Right.
Because I would have got up and just kicked his ass. Just as simple as that.
I get it. And there's only so much I can do. I can't control alarms in the background. Sometimes
no,
I
it's
can't.
Okay, man. Listen, yes. I don't want to, he got his 5 minutes of fame. They're a big deal.
Right.
But I sure hope that everybody did stop shaking like a whore in church. I told everybody on the show, what did I say?
Yeah.
This is not the game they had to worry about it. They would beat the Chargers. I even told one TJ Reeves.
Yes, you did. You absolutely did. You're completely correct about
and
that.
And I gave the reasons why. Now, I don't have all the stats in front of me, but how was the run-pass ratio in this game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
How was it? I mean, how many yards did the Buccaneers run for?
For the Bucs here, and let's look, 27 throws by Baker Mayfield, 20 for 27, and then 32, and then 7, so 37. So 37 to 27 for a grand total for the Bucs rushing yards, 222 yards. And by the way, at halftime they had 68, so they did all this damage in the second half, and it started with Bucky Irving.
Because they persisted on doing what? Running the football.
Yep, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. And that's what it's all about with this team, running the football and being balanced. And that's what this Bucs team is all about. And that's the biggest difference. That's why a lot of Bucs fans should get excited about this team going forward against the Cowboys,
but
against
Pete,
the Panthers.
Let's go back to a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the Chargers. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You remember that call?
Yep. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, it was the Giants. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. What's the next excuse?
Well, the next excuse is that the Bucs didn't beat anybody that's any good. But coming into
my
this
God,
game,
they're playing the Chargers, oh my God, it's Jim Harbaugh. It's the second coming of Jesus is going to be on the other side there. They got to go to the West Coast.
Right. Well, I want to tell you this: this team is 5-2 on the road this year, and they just put a 40 burger on the top scoring defense in the National Football League. And did you hear anything from Khalil Mack? Did you hear anything from Joey Bosa? I didn't. In fact, it was crickets. Just like
Do you know why it was crickets?
Because that offensive line does a hell of a job.
Because you're correct with the offensive line, because of the persistence of running the football.
Yeah.
That nullifies a really, really big pass rush.
It does.
You didn't get a chance to see, but I did watch a lot of the Detroit game. This team has a lot of holes on defense.
Yeah.
You score 42 points and lose a football game. I'm going to repeat that. They scored 42 points and lost a football game.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And another one, Peter, you ready?
Yeah.
The Carolina Panthers still should not have been a favorite. First time in 2.5 years that they've been a favorite in a football game.
Right.
And they got their ass handed to them.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, they got their ass handed to them by a Dallas Cowboy team that's played well lately, but that's certainly a winnable game. And I get it, the difficulties of the Bucs playing on primetime. I believe they're 8-11 when it comes to primetime football. So we'll see what this Bucs team can do next Sunday night. And hopefully you're joining me along with Tampa Bay Ray, maybe even Leo Haggerty. Who knows? We'll get the whole crew up. We'll have some chicken wings and avoid these idiots. Hopefully they don't come back. That's
chicken wangs?
Chicken wangs.
Yeah, I'd like to get chicken wangs.
As the great Sean the Sports Don used to say here on this show. Yes. Yes.
Peter, not trying to get off on a tangent, was a great win by the Buccaneers. I have to pat myself on the back.
Yes.
I'm really tired of everybody feeling like they got to jump ship or that Todd Bowles shouldn't be the head coach of this team.
Yeah.
It's not really surprising on what happened today.
It is.
Anyway, buddy, I know you got to wrap it up.
Well,
I hope you have a really safe ride home.
I
hope everybody just salivate this victory. Hopefully we're able to do a show tomorrow for Victory Monday, which is always really good.
Let's do a Victory Monday show tomorrow from the studio. Absolutely.
I would love to do a Victory Monday show.
Okay. All right. Let's do it, my friend. I appreciate you as always. Thanks a lot for the time. Mr. Harry the Grille. We'll see you tomorrow night, all right?
Have a great day. Go Bucs.
Oh, go Bucs. Absolutely. Let's go out to this guy right here. He's been trying to call in frantically. I want to get his thoughts here. Mr. Curtis from Newport Richie. Let's see if we can get him on the line because I want to miss out on the calls as we're live here.
No.
Yes, Curtis, go ahead. We're live here from Ferg's after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers get a victory Sunday night.
First of all, let me say, whoever that guy was, I want to punch him in the face for ruining my evening.
I'm sorry about that. I really tried my best.
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
I just want to punch him in the face for you.
Right.
So
I get it.
Anyway, so is this team not scary or what?
I'm telling you. I mean, this team is hot right now. They won winners of 4 in a row. They beat the Giants. They beat Carolina.
Who we got on the phone with us? We got Ray on the phone with us?
No, Ray's not on the phone. It's just me and you, my friend.
Now let's talk about this team.
Yeah.
If we can get rid of the second quarter of the whole season,
right,
this team would be undefeated.
They would be, because that's been their Achilles heel, if you will. It really has been.
It's the second quarter.
Yeah.
And then the third quarter, they just come out and they just punch you in the face.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, I don't care what anybody says. I believe Bucky Irvin deserves Rookie of the Year because you take a team that has been the worst team in rushing for 8 years.
Yep.
And between him and Rashard White, they are top 5 in rushing.
Yeah. Pretty impressive. I mean, and again, you go back to Irving's day. Overall, the Bucs 222 rushing yards right there. Bucky Irving 15 carries for 117 yards. The catalyst for today, Rachaad White 15 carries for 64. You know that differential right there. When you're running the ball 30 times for over 200 yards, I mean that's just those guys. And then Baker Mayfield 2 for 25, and Tucker was 7 for 16. The Bucs got a great problem on their hands. And again,
and then Mike Evans was being Mike Evans today.
Yeah, Mike Evans being Mike Evans. Of course, his day 9 catches for 159 yards, 2 touchdowns there, and now I believe only needing 251 yards. That average would be 84 yards receiving in the next 3 games. Do you think Mike Evans can get 84 yards?
They're gonna feed him.
Yes, they're definitely gonna feed him.
They're gonna feed him.
Yeah, he'll have the opportunity.
I'm gonna say this, Peter. This is. And I know some people may not agree with this, but I'm going to tell you what is crazy weird about this team.
Right.
I've watched football for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you remember that first Eli Manning Super Bowl team?
Yes, I do.
This is what this team looks like.
2007 Giants.
Because we're going into the playoffs and nobody wants to play this team.
Nope. Nobody wants to play this team. They're absolutely balanced when it comes to the running game, passing game. Jalen McMillan stepping up today. Of course, Mike Evans in that second half having a banner day, getting open. Cade Otton, a couple passes there. A great leaping catch. Looks like the Chargers defender expects him to fumble the ball, but Otton, being tough as nails, goes to the ground, takes the hit, doesn't fumble the ball. I mean, that's been his year. So.
Well, let's go ahead and say this.
Yeah.
There's no way to replace a Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
No way.
Right.
But between the production that you get from Otten and Palmer and Sterling and McMillan, and then the screen passes with Bucky and Rachaad White, you don't know where this team is coming from.
Yeah, you really don't. You're absolutely correct about that. You're absolutely right about that, and that's a good thing to have. And that's why Bucs fans and Bucs Nation should be so excited about this Bucs team going forward, because they have the offensive weaponry, if you will. Maybe they don't have Chris Godwin, but you have Jalen McMillan stepping up, Mike Evans, who's the consummate professional, Cade Otton. You've got a great running game there. You've got balance. And if your defense played lights out in that second half, they played lights out. You got to be so impressed with that defense.
Absolutely. And I mean, I don't know. It's scary to watch what this team really could become.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is, because you just don't know. I mean, we didn't look like the first half team and the second half team was nothing like it was today.
Yeah, agree. Absolutely agree.
So
right,
I don't know, brother. I'm excited. I mean, for all those people that are Todd Bowles haters,
yeah.
All I can say is keep hating.
That's it. Keep hating.
Keep hating, because if you look at it, okay, the Super Bowl year.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl year, we went 12-5, 11-5.
Yeah, 12-5. Was it 12-5? What was it? What was the year? Was it 12-5? Because they were 7-5 at the break and they didn't lose.
It was 11-5.
Okay.
And then the next year we went 8-9.
Okay.
No. I think we won 10 or 11 games the next year as well.
Okay. I'm gonna
but
look.
then we went.
Look right
then
now.
we went 8-9. Then we went 9-8. Did we go 9-8 last year?
Yes, sir. You did.
And now you're looking at an easy, maybe 10-11 win season this year.
And they were 11-5. Yes, and the Saints that year were 12-4. So you're correct. And at the break, when their bye happened, they were 7-5 and didn't lose after that. And who knows? I'm just saying right now, this Bucs team, they look pretty good, and they look like they can run the table. And who knows? Again, the momentum is about the hottest team that gets into the postseason. And right now, this Bucs team could be the.
And I was listening to what you guys were saying.
Yes.
Teams should be afraid of us to come play on their home field.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because we're coming to people's home field, and we're punching them in the mouth.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
And you got to be able to win on the road and run the ball in the playoffs.
You do, and that team is able to do it, and they're able to play not only great balance and have that running game working, which once again 222 yards of rushing, but they're able to win on the road with that 5-2 record in impressive fashion today.
And my last shout out, I want to give it to my boys, that big offensive line, because those boys are playing their asses off.
They are.
They are playing their asses off, and they are always the unsung heroes.
1 sack allowed today, and I thought in moments, especially that first quarter, Baker Mayfield had all the time in the world, and I love that. I love that 3rd and 12 play. I know the result's 35 yards, but when you see Baker go back, just straight back, make a decisive decision, throws it to Mike Evans, has plenty of time to get rid of the ball. I love that play because the offensive line gives him enough time. And Baker looks confident. He looks like he knows where he's going with the ball. He knows he's going to Evans. Evans is the only one going to catch that ball, and it's because of the offensive line and the time they gave him today, especially on that play.
Absolutely. And then when Evans took that hit and popped right back up, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yep.
The Chargers are in trouble.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
all right,
great
Curtis.
team win,
Yes,
and let's keep this train rolling. Hey, just for the life of me, please let's destroy Dallas next week.
Yeah, let's destroy Dallas next week. Let's take care of business on prime time. Let's get that Hex out of here. Let's see what they can do Sunday night. We got you covered here live on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. And of
All
course,
right, brother, be safe.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always. Let me give you a victory. There we go, right there, Curtis. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So, what are your thoughts on this Bucs big time victory today to move to 8-6, a 4-game winning streak? 4 games. And this is impressive. It is. I get it. I know what Harry said about the Chargers, but this team coming into it, the top scoring defense. And that Bucs offense, 40 points today. Just impressive. You can't say that. All right. Let's go out to Instagram Live. Ed says, go Bucs. Great game. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. How about them Bucs, baby? Go Bucs. All right, good stuff there. Thank you very much, Ed. Thanks to all the people there tuning in on Instagram Live. If you don't know what this is the evolution of Sports Talk Television, the Sports Web. Like and subscribe on YouTube to the Sports Web. Hopefully that drunk guy that threw his beer on me understood that. I even wrote it down for him, and he still didn't like it. Like, I'm sorry, I got to 7.5 there with the anger scale. All right, let's go out to this guy here. Let's go out
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
Let's go out to Jim there. Jim, welcome to the Evolution, my friend. How you doing tonight?
All right, man. Great game.
Yes, a great one.
Hey, way to keep it professional with those 2 knuckleheads.
Well, they're idiots, and they got overserved, and hopefully they get an Uber. Hopefully they're not in my Uber tonight, because if they're in my Uber tonight, I would stop and cancel the ride and kick their asses out. But besides that, hopefully they get home safe. But yeah, thank God that guy didn't. When he threw the beer on me, he didn't throw it on the cell phone or throw it on the laptop. He just threw it on my notes, which I don't need anyway, because I got all the stuff in front of me in the first place and all up here, so I'm good. So what else?
Yeah, good. Great job keeping it professional. Hey, man, great game, man. And I think if people still talking about Todd Bowles, they never liked him, probably.
Well, they didn't,
So
and I don't know why this conversation is coming up, but I mentioned it. There's certain Bucs fans out there who want Todd Bowles fired, and they're quiet when and I think you got to be quiet with the 4-game winning streak and impressive fashion over the Chargers, because this team has shown you that they're playing for Todd Bowles. That offensively, they are dangerous, especially if they get into the postseason, as they continue to win games the way they're doing with the balanced offense. And then defensively, when you're getting pressure on the opposing quarterback, and they made Justin Herbert look bad today. He did not have a good day, and it was because of that pressure from a Todd Bowles-led defense, led by none other than your buddy, Levante David.
Yes, sir. I seen all them. They was giving all them stats for the Chargers on the broadcast on the football game, and we got that interception and the what was it?
Yeah,
they defense got high score or something.
Yeah,
and they never picked it, or did they? They picked it once, but
Well, Jamel Dean gets a turnover there, gets an interception where pressure is in Herbert's face, and it was one pass away from tying Tom Brady for consecutive passes without an interception. Pressure gets in Herbert's face. He throws it up, and Jamel Dean looks like the wide receiver on that play.
Yeah, that was a great play.
It was. It was absolutely a great play
for the defense. And them big houses on offense, man, they looking real good.
They are.
Every time I seen he tossed it to a running back or up the middle, they were blocking pretty good.
And I tell you right now, how happy do you got to feel, or how happy are you for Liam Cohen, not only with the 40 burger here with this offense, but returning to LA because he was an offensive coordinator for the LA Rams. So, comes back there and shows once again why he's one of the hot coaching commodities, is going to be one of the hot coaching commodities in the NFL postseason.
Yeah, we keep playing like this, we can breathe through the postseason.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Well put together.
That's it. You're very put together. The defense was great today, especially in that second half, and the offense, 17 unanswered points in the third quarter, led by, of course, Mike Evans with 2 touchdowns there in that second half, and just an amazing catch in tippy toe. I love that, 57 yards to the house. Evans has still got some wills there. It was nice to see.
Yeah, beautiful Mike Evans.
Go Bills. Yep. Bills fans walking around, Lions fans walking around, Eagles fans walking around, Steelers fans walking around, and those idiots are gone. So with all the world is good at this point, this is what you get here live at Ferg's on the Sports Web. Football fans all day long. Great food. Got a chance to talk to Mark Ferguson today. That was a great conversation. Catch that if you want to see the pregame show as we had him. We talked about the Bucs, and we also talked about the Rays and their stadium situation, which is coming to a head on Tuesday. We'll see how that vote plays out. Jim, anything else?
Nothing much, man. Great show. I hope you get some rest here soon.
Hey, man, you know me. I'm always working, and we'll have a show tomorrow night on a Victory Monday, all right? Let me give you the victory. And let me give you the...
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter with you?
Appreciate the call, Jim Sutton there from Ohio. Keep on calling the Evolution, all right?
All right, thanks.
All right, good stuff. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. This is the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter here as we recap the Bucs victory. Yes, I said victory! 40-17 over the LA Chargers. And once again, in impressive fashion. We'll go out to these comments again. All this adversity we're facing now, the ups and downs, going to make us unbreakable going forward. Scarier in the playoffs. Agree with you. Let's go out to Dave in Tampa. Great job, Dave.
Great job,
yes, welcome to the Evolution. Your thoughts after the Bucs? I won 4 in a row there. 4 in a row, I said, on a victory.
Putting the Super Bowl parade together.
Yes. Well,
we're getting
we'll see.
They look amazing.
They do look amazing.
Baker is an elite top 5 quarterback.
He is.
The offense is top 5.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't look at it. I mean, I was stunned the way they've been playing. Defense, what they had to do, Devontae David is Hall of Fame.
Yeah, thank you.
We made a couple of great plays.
He took over the game today.
They overcome some early turnovers.
Yes.
And I go, oh, here we go again. You know, we get the early pick and then White with the fumble. And I go, oh, but they overcome it. And Baker is a great leader, and you can see the energy brings. And basically, he's the leader of the team, and everyone feeds off it. And I think they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs.
They got a chance,
I
man.
play the Bucs in the first round.
They really got a chance with everything they're putting together right now. Listen, this could be the most explosive offense the Bucs have had in their history, and that's saying something. Even with that Super Bowl team with Antonio Brown and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Leonard Fournette and the victim of volume, Ronald Jones, and the tight end with Rob Gronkowski. This could be the most explosive offense the Bucs have ever had because why? They have that running game, and we saw in that Super Bowl year, and I don't want to compare it, but we saw how important that run game is in the postseason. And if you can have that getting into the postseason and going down the stretch, you are one of the most dangerous teams in the National Football League, period.
Absolutely. I think they go 11-6. So they got the Cowboys next week.
Yep.
And then they have the Panthers again, right? And we'll see on that. But
absolutely.
So they're going to go 11-6. and win the division. I'm probably going to get a 3 or 4 seed, and we'll see how it works in that first round. But I would not want to play the Bucs in the first.
No,
I
wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
They're real, and again they have a couple of key. The main corners are out, right? They're DBs.
Well, for the Bucs, Jamel Dean is back, and of course you've got Zion McCollum, and again Dean played well. He had the interception there of Justin Herbert. I thought the whole defense played well, but Zion McCollum, stepping into his own there. I think he's definitely in that conversation of possibly being a Pro Bowl player. The way he's played, the way he's replaced Carlton Davis, and then having Dean back. How you doing? Welcome to the evolution there. We're live from Ferg's. You're absolutely right. Getting, Jamel Dean has definitely solidified that defense to a certain degree because you don't have to depend on a rookie like a Funderburg, and you don't have to depend on a rookie like Josh Hayes. So
now, who did they pick up for? Who was the free agent they picked up? I forgot.
Well, Deion Jones, he hasn't played yet, the linebacker from the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll see. Because Vi Jones played today. We'll see if he makes some type of impact on this team because they're still without KJ Britt. Russell hasn't necessarily gotten it done for them. Consistently. The whole middle linebacking situation isn't that great. So we'll see if Jones will make an impact at this point.
Right. I think they look great and impressive road win over a very good, solid, Chargers team that's going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And very, very impressive. So we'll see next week. It should be another big victory. Victory,
yes.
Watch out for my Devils. December 31st, January 1st, actually, Beach Bowl.
I will, man. January 1st, we'll be off from Policy Scout. I'll see you tomorrow in the meeting, my friend. It is a victory Sunday night, victory Monday, and I will give you the Ric Flair. And
I love it.
Great job. Thanks a lot.
Great job. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Dave. Buddy. Appreciate you as always. On the phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 here live at Ferg's after the Bucs take care of business over the LA Chargers 40-17. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Once again, your Rolex reporter. Let's continue to read these comments, and then we will get out of here for the night, I believe. All right, so excellent team win, says Mike COC. Absolutely. Dane, great game it was.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go out to Dave Anglin, by far the best all-around game this season. Came back from turnovers, never let up. Great win. Fire those cannons. Right there. Ben says defense stepped up in the second half. Absolutely did. I mean, you look at the final numbers when it comes to Justin Herbert and coming in, right? 14 to 1 interception ratio, touchdown interception ratio for the day, 21 for 33, 195, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and he was pressured. And when you got pressure in Herbert's face, he didn't look like the same quarterback. He didn't look good, and they had no running game. The Bucs defense was able to shut that down. Thank God. Thank you, God. Here is Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy right here.
Mr.
Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay. It is not Peter and Leo. It is yours truly, along with best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy.
The legend Leo, though. I'll take that.
Yes, and we got some wings sorted out.
Good.
We watched this Bucs game. We weren't sure what to think, but there were opportunities in that first half where you could see this Bucs offense was ready to do some big things. They kept on shooting themselves in the foot. They got it under control. Again, talk about that second half because I know that idiot was in the background. The idiot threw beer on me, he threw cream. What was not cream cheese? It was blue cheese.
Are you kidding
on
me?
his face? Yes, that was a blue cheese over there. I'm never going to leave blue cheese out, by the way.
You know what? I can only imagine how much of an imbecile this guy looked like on a video.
And then he apologized to me. He's like, and I'm just like, go away, get out of here. And I'm telling the guy's like, I'm trying to get. I wrote it down for him, and again, like he's like, sit there trying to talk to me. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing a live show.
Yes,
right. But here we are.
It great, and he had a good time down at the world famous Ferg Sports Bar and Grill.
Yes,
but I'll tell you what, when he talked about that stretch where the offense started kind of could have went the other way, had the turnover, the interception, and then the turnover with Rashad. And of course the holding calls. They're calling Graham Barton for some holding, and I mean, don't get me wrong. you're holding on every play.
Sure.
But we're talking about these defensive linemen were turning into the block, and all these guys were doing was just riding them out, just doing their thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the Buccaneers offense was able to overcome that because Lord knows the next 3 weeks, Dallas, Saints, Carolina, and then playoffs.
Playoffs.
Last thing I want is a narrative that this offensive line should be watched because I told you guys before, I said back in March, the thing I look most forward to this 2024 team with the addition of Graham Barton, but with the dogs we have, the guys that we've put over, Jason Light's put together over the last 3 to 4 or 5 years, one of the best offensive lines in the NFC, and I'll stand by that.
No, absolutely. I agree with you, and it's been solidified by that rookie who's had some of his bumps in the road there with some penalties, but you look at third down. Third down is so important, right? It's all about situational football. Bucs 10 for 15 when it comes to third down, that key play. Frederson picks up a holding penalty, backs you up to 3rd and 12 after Baker is able to accomplish that third down. You have to go back to the drawing board, and you go back to the drawing board, and you get a 35-yard play to Mike Evans, and I love it. Wow. You've got to watch the replay because he's back. It's perfect. He knows the play. Yes. He knows he's going to hit Evans. It's a perfect ball placement at that point. The only player that's going to catch it is Mike Evans. And also that line gives him enough time. And when you get Baker Mayfield that much time and he's locked in, and we know that he's a dog. When he's that dog, you let that dog hunt.
Oh, yes.
He hunted tonight.
And hit some of those passes, even the interception. And I got to tell you, as I told you, I was listening to on the radio because I tell you what, anytime that I'm
by the way, happy birthday to your daughter.
Thank you, brother.
I know you would have been out here. I hope it was. I'll give you the air horn here. You're definitely a part of the family here on the Sports Web.
She knows it. And I tell you what, that was funny because her and her wife they weren't going to let me watch Sunday Night Football anyway. But after what happened, I figured even if I didn't get down here in time for you to go off live, I said I'm going to come help you break down this system because you did a rock solid job today. The evolution continues, my friend.
It does. I was worried about the camera shot. I was worried about the lighting because
the lighting was perfect.
Thank you.
You and Leo both look fantastic.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you. Okay, so going back to the third down situation, your check is in the mail, by the way. 0 for 6 for the Chargers.
Yes.
This comes back to the defense stepping up, especially that second half. I don't know I think they're getting healthier, and I think it comes back to BA's comments this week where they said Todd Bowles is playing a lot of zone defense, and now he's able to play man-to-man because then you're able to blitz.
Yeah.
You saw that with Levante David, 2 sacks, using him on the blitz. You saw more aggressive defense get after Justin Herbert, and it made the biggest difference.
Oh, my God. And again, it was the pressure being applied to Herbert on that pass that put a little air under that. And Jamal Dean just did a fantastic job, just did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But, the narrative the last few weeks is, this secondary. And I'm like, forget even the injuries. Let's not forget, this is a bend but don't break defense. I mean, they shouldn't be. They're against the pass. They've been terrible at times. I mean, they've been terrible at times this year. Terrible. But at the end of the day, you're still talking about that front seven. The pressure they applied today was like the kind of pressure that you see from teams that are getting right for January, February, for that postseason.
I got to read this comment. This is funny from Trevor. And we're going to read all the comments. I promise you. We won't get out of here. Where's my Fire Bulls crew? Come on, join us again.
Yes.
I don't hear it. It's the Crickets.
Nothing.
Right there. Dean with the pick. Absolutely. Eric says LFG. Let's go! Mike Evans, MVP. Talk about Mike Evans. I mean, he's the ageless wonder. I mean, if it's not Levante David for this team, it's Mike Evans. Again, 9 catches for 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, and now 251 yards away from 1,000. He has to average in 3 games 84 yards a game. I definitely think he can get it done. What do you say?
And I see him after the game. He hands did you see him hand his signed cleats to one of the
I did not.
There was a kid in the because you saw the one
I was producing the show.
And that's why I'm telling you about this. You were producing, you were fighting, you were working the line.
Yes.
And don't forget, Alfonso's our guy here. So if you're ever down,
we got to get him out here if they get like that.
Yeah,
right.
He's so huge.
You just stand there. I guarantee that guy's not going to do that.
Yes.
Krusty the Clown and his compadre there. I don't know who it was. Sideshow Bob. Krusty the Clown and Sideshow Bob.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, the thing is, that guy, like anyone else, when they find us out here, they're gonna remember, right? Because they had a good time out there. The world famous Fergs. And they're gonna go, what was that again? He told me 1,000 times. Sports. He's gonna find it. He's gonna feel bad for what he did, and he's gonna be a little embarrassed because we gave him a little bit of heat for it.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I guarantee you get a friend request from this guy because he looks at this and he realizes that the content going down is actually, you know what? It's worth a watch. You're darn right it is. It's the evolution.
With friends like that, I'd rather have an enemy.
Well, you got to always be closing, Pete. Always be closing.
Always be closing. All right, the Bucs have to find a way to keep Cohen in the fold. This offense is too good. You know he's going to get head coaching offers right there. 0 punts. Absolutely. I mean, that'll solve your punting problem.
Once
The Bucs
again-
have a punting problem.
Yeah, well, you got the undrafted free agent, undrafted kid from San Diego State. You know,
Yes.
the last Aztec that I even remember was Falk.
Yes.
But I mean, the kid's doing the job. He obviously saw something, Jason and the crew, to keep this kid on the practice squad, and whatever Jake Camarda did, whatever was going on there.
What's going on, buddy?
Finally. Oh my God, Kevin, what's up, bro?
See, there you go.
My boy.
We got people coming up
This
here.
is Giants fan. Come in
Giants
here.
fans.
We'll talk-
All right,
Oh,
go
you
ahead.
guys- yes, go ahead. Tell us about the Giants and what happened with your Giants.
What happened to the Giants
we
today?
put up a good fight. Yeah. Against the Raiders. Yeah. 35-14 is good.
I see you Packers right there. You got a Packers fan.
Nobody's perfect. Come on over here.
They
Hey,
see-
also, brother,
LG.
Florida State grad right here. This is my guy. This is
Okay.
he's a Seminole all the way. I'm sorry. What's your name? Brooke. Okay, Packers. We're gonna forgive you for that one.
What do you think about the white helmets? Nice. They kind of been wearing them a lot lately.
I like it. I like it.
On
I
the
mean,
road, though, I think you got to go original cheesehead. We need the yellow cheesehead on the road against the Seahawks. But hey, 14-0.
We are 14-0 right now. We just sacked the quarterback.
There you go.
Sit your ass down. We are here to win. We
And
mean
the-
business. Let's fucking go.
All right, There
goes our NC-17. Brooke, it's so nice to talk to you, and I'm gonna let you go before I get you in too much trouble. Come down when you can join the panel, my friend. We're right over here. Oh, I'll come see you
All
in a
right.
minute. Beer on you.
All right, appreciate you guys.
Brooke, so
As
nice to meet
always,
you, even though you're a
come
Packers
on
fan.
the evolution of Sports Talk Television.
Yeah, we're on.
We're
the
live.
Sports Web.
The
Facebook,
Sports Web on YouTube. Yes.
Twitch, but look up Sports Web or Peter Blake.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not hard. I'll get it to you for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. There
Yes.
you go. All right. It's a Packer fan right now, 14-0 over the Seattle Seahawks. There's some implications in that, is there not?
There is. I mean, because the Packers, they're still nipping at the heels of the Lions, who lost they were down terribly to the Bills. They came back and actually, I think, represented, or the Bills may have started playing with their food. But you have, and the Seahawks still in the race out in the West. They're still in first place. And with the Niners loss and the Rams looking decent, but the, little Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, who knows? So the NFL this year, remove yourself from the Buccaneers and the NFC South and what we do here. It's actually, the NFC side especially, is very competitive in 2024.
Absolutely. All right, so 0 punts again. Dane, love the Buck and Tuck connection. It was the Buck and White connection. White Buck connection.
I love Kalijah Casey on the coverage.
Yes.
Kalijah Casey dropping back.
On the fourth down. And
Yes.
that's another thing the Bucs defense did. 2 key fourth downs, and the Bucs are able to stifle them. And once again, 0 for 6. And then let me read this statistic right again. Team statistics, 0 for 6 on third down. Offensively, the Bucs are 10 for 15. That's the difference. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Absolutely give him some credit. Mike, we walked into SoFi. I like we were Tico and shut the power off. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Met Mike today. He came down in his
Mike.
Bucs uniform.
Yes,
So, Mike, thanks
Mike,
a lot
I saw him.
for coming on the
And
Evolution.
go ahead,
Yes.
throw out to the Buckaholics and all the other crews, the Leatherheads, whoever was out
Bucks
there.
Life, baby. We
Bucs
love them.
Life, but the representation there at SoFi.
Yes.
Hey, when the Bucks were doing good, it wasn't a quiet stadium. There was a raucous crowd going on because there were some Bucks fans. Because guess what? We travel. We
Yes.
travel pretty good.
We travel pretty good. Imagine if we still had Godwin. Absolutely.
Yes.
Eric says, love this running game. Dave England facts. Eric, let's say playoffs. Here we come. I like it. So many people picked against us. James Flash Ludeman agree. Eric, LA Chargers #1 defense. Yes. Christopher Cole Evans is the GOAT.
Yes.
Eric, we killed LA Chargers #1 defense. Trevor, that was a hell of an ass whipping we gave LA today. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. Go Bucks.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucks. All right, so let's go on to Reina. V for victory. Victory! There it is right there. And I tell you what now, I'm going to go ahead and kill. I think I'm going to kill the Instagram feed here.
Starting to lose
So-
a little Wi-Fi.
yeah, I
upload
don't
speed a little.
like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's kill
Yeah.
that. Let's kill the Instagram.
And talk
okay?
about something else if I could drop
Sure,
something
go
here.
for it. Go for it.
I did not realize until I heard this in the third quarter that the Buccaneers, or no, actually it was early in the game because they had that first drive. They get the ball, they take the ball,
Yeah.
they go down the field. they've got the number one scoring offense in the first quarter for the 2024 season.
I believe 5 touchdowns on Baker Mayfield.
And
maybe
they
6 touchdowns.
Well, they're getting off. But right now, as far as you get a team, that's why you're taking that ball.
Yeah.
You want to get the dogs feeding early, and your defense, bury the lead, is still one of your strongest unit on your team. But maybe that offense is actually stronger, and then throw in special teams.
Agree. All right, so B for victory. What's going on, Michael? What a win. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go out to Dave. That's how you finish a game. You put your foot on their throat and not let up. Eric, that's a great comment also. Woo! Say go Bucs, go Bucs. Let's go! Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs. All right, let's go out to Dane. Go Bucs again. So we got to do it again.
How about them Bucks, baby?
All right, let's go out to Corey here. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's go! Use you true bigger. Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs. Let's go! Let's go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Let's go Bucs. All right,
did you
Chris,
see?
Yes.
You were producing.
Yes.
Todd Bowles walking across the field, and Jim Harbaugh. I can only imagine because all you saw was the back of his head. But Todd Bowles leaning in to hug Jim Harbaugh, taking the higher ground because your team whooped their ass butts.
Right.
But giving Harbaugh a nice little tap, and you're like, yeah, that's a guy. That's a guy in Todd Bowles right there.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? We got to, the team's got to show up every week, but that's one of the reasons why we kind of make fun of that because I truthfully, I always said before the season started, everyone's like playoffs or bust. Playoffs or Bowles is gone. I'm like, unless he loses his locker room, Mike Smith, Atlanta Falcons style, I still see a coach, and I think Jason Light feels the same way. And it's not that we're feeling like we're fighting for him here in, week 15 as we head into the final stretch here of the 2024 regular season.
And it's the Cowboys next week on prime time.
Yes.
Hopefully you're here. Hopefully Harry's here. Hopefully Leo will
Let's have a party.
Let's have a
That's what
party.
we
Let's
down
do
here at
it.
the world famous Ferg.
Yes.
By the way, just in case somebody out there by now you haven't put it into Waze, Ferg's is right down here on Central Avenue, just below 16th Street in the Edge district of St. Petersburg.
Love that.
Yes.
I love that, man. I love when you do that.
edge.
All right. Defense. Woo! Yes, defense. Yeah! Let's go out to Mike here. Great meeting Peter and Leo at Ferg's today. Yeah, that's what you can do, webheads. We also had the Green Queen out here, Miss Darlene Emanuel, and her boyfriend, Mr. Taylor Smith, a big-time Bucs fan. He was happy about Mike Evans because he had a jersey. Mike Evans going off today. Bucs running attack should be called Shock and Awe.
Shock and Awe.
Wow,
Yeah,
I like that
it.
one. I like that one.
it.
There you go with the
brother?
shirt right there. Nope. Ben says Bucs offense put up 40 against a top 5 defense today. Incredible. Yes.
No answer.
Let's go out to Eric. LA Chargers had the number 1 defense. Yes, Eric, they did. Ben Cornett facts. Bigga, yes, smash that like for the Sports Web and subscribe. Please do that.
Please.
I appreciate it. YouTube Super Chats are out there if you like the content. And, of course, Facebook stars are out there. Levante, David, Eric again, Bucky MVP. Gary, come on, Peter. One good second half game. Come on, Gary. It's time for you to buy in and come on to the dark side here. We know what this offense can do. I get it. But they beat the Chargers today. And that's an elite defense.
Yes.
And, the sky's the limit. I'm sorry, Gary. You got to give this team credit. I know you're not the biggest Todd Bowles and the biggest,
Gary. This is Gary
offense.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gary's not the biggest. He believes that this team is very inconsistent, and they have at times played somewhat inconsistent. The defense was lights out today, especially that second half. The offense was lights out, or turned the lights on, if you will, in that second half with Baker Mayfield doing Baker Mayfield things.
And don't forget, we're still only 2 years removed from the greatest of all time. We're still supposed to be in Tom Brady cap hell,
right?
According to most of those who know.
Correct.
And who'd have thought? And I'm not comparing the two teams because until you see the entire body of work of this 2024 team, but who'd have thought that just 2 years removed in that Brady cap hell that we still have a team that 100% has every bit as much swagger and as much bring it as the Buccaneers have had for the last 5 years. Again, going back to that, they're the best record in the month of December over the last 5 years with the Buffalo Bills.
And it's meaningful football. It really is.
Yes.
It's meaningful football, and you got to love that about Todd Bowles and this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. And I know what Gary's saying, but I believe at the beginning of the season this team would have 11 wins, and I still believe, and I'm starting to believe even more, that this team is going to have 11 wins.
They have it within their capacity.
Yes.
This is 100%.
Levante David MVP of the defense. Who said Levante you can't take over a game? Greek, you there? Joshua, that's a good comment. I like that. Good big kind of
Getting it a little.
Getting a little bit
Get
into
a
Greek
little.
there. That's okay, Greek. Such an impressive performance by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Absolutely, Joshua Jones right there. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Vi Jones with the strip. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, and how are you? Thank you very much. And we need more of that
Yeah.
on the sports web.
Give
Good.
me
She looked
three.
good.
Give me 3 trunks in that situation.
Oh, my goodness.
you're begging to get cream cheese and beers thrown on you.
Wow. And she had the pose and everything down.
That's what you
That
get
was
down here at
impressive.
the world famous. Down here, we were actually just a few blocks away from you, literally in the second or third quarter there. We
Yeah.
were up at a place called Art Pool. It's
Art
a
Pool.
vintage clothing store. My daughter, it was all about her. It was all
Yeah.
about her day.
Yeah.
Had a great day and still able to celebrate this victory. Still able to get down there and help my brother close this victory Sunday out.
Yeah, okay. We'll continue to read these comments, and then we will close it out here. And who knows? Maybe I'll do some Uber, or maybe I'll just go home and set up
Oh, you're
for a
buying me a
victory.
beer for coming down and helping you break down, by the way.
I definitely could probably do that.
I think.
I appreciate you. I'll definitely buy you a beer for that. Maybe two. Maybe not so much. We don't want to buy. We don't buy too many beers here because I'm about to drive you home in the Tesla. But we go to the Go Bucks Tesla.
But if you're doing Uber, I
The
get
Go
to ride
Bucks
I get to
Tesla.
ride into Go Bucks Tesla.
Yeah, I love the Go Bucks Tesla
Let's
now.
go.
Come on, man.
Yes.
Gotta love. God, I love that freaking
Are you seeing
car.
red? Did you see my
Going 89 miles an hour today with nobody looking over, 275 south here.
Let me tell
Get
you.
here in 25 minutes.
You know
Easy.
how I got down here as fast as I
How'd you
did
get-
tonight? I
yeah.
was doing above 85 too. And it wasn't because I thought he was going to be here waiting to fight. But
Right.
I'm like, first of all, my boy's out here. And I was actually, I talked to you on the phone. I was laying in the bed.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I didn't have control of the TV. But, I thought, you know what?
Harry wanted me there in the show. I was like, nah. ain't
Harry
in the
wanted
show
to
for
come
this
down
guy.
here too.
Yeah.
And I actually saw him. I was walking Ruth 10 minutes before we all that
I
went
need
down.
my gang down here. I need my crew. I need my guys.
We got you. We just didn't have you like early today.
Yeah. All right. 2-0 versus Justin Herbert. Is that right?
He's rookie
2-0.
year 2020.
Yes, that is correct.
And remember that game.
Tom Brady, 5 touchdowns in that game, I believe, coming back.
And remember, they were up in that game.
38-31 with, I believe, O.J. Howard.
O.J.
With
Howard
a
had
late
the big
touchdown and then gets
catch.
hurt in the game, and he's out for the year.
And then he's out
Yeah.
for his
Changed the
career now.
dynamic,
Where is O.J.
yeah.
Howard? O.J.
Yeah.
He got squeezed. But yeah, and remember, Herbert had the lead in that game too early on those Jets. And
Yes.
so, going into today's game, and you see that same situation happening.
I believe they were up 21-7 or something
yeah,
like that.
right there at Raymond James Stadium
Yeah.
on a beautiful Sunday, October day.
We were live at the Deck Bar and Grill.
Yes, sir, we were.
At Isla de Sol, I remember. All right, Isla. Eric says Joshua Jones feels like a Super Bowl team. Darlene Emanuel, the Green Queen herself. Bucks win, Birds win. Let's go! Let's go!
How about them Bucks, baby?
Now she said she didn't say go Bucks, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care.
You said let's go.
Let's
Hey, can
go.
I get my sound effect though? My favorite?
Absolutely.
No,
Let's do it.
no, not my intro.
Okay.
My favorite sound effect.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Just one
Those
other
are those
one, too.
guys.
There's one
Those
other
two
one too.
guys.
What happens after I eat those beans last week at the What the Bucks tailgate? Yeah.
There it is, right
There
there.
it is.
How about those Bucks,
None of that
baby?
today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go out to Ralph Williams. Nice win for the Bucks. Let's go out to David. How many more yards does Mike Evans need for 1,000? Again, 251 if my math is correct, because coming into the game, 410. He got 159 today,
Yes.
so he has to average 84 yards the next 3 games. I definitely think he's able to do that. And maybe we'll get the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves, to talk about that during the week, because he had a good time. And he was on for like 35 minutes just talking Bucks.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
And, TJ, you can't unwind a sideline guy. I mean,
Right.
you can wind him up, but you can't unwind him because you got to let that just. It's like one of those little, Christmas toys you wrap. But it's going to keep going until it's done. But you know what, TJ?
He's like the Energizer Bunny. He's the media
he
icon.
makes me look lazy.
Sideline guy. He was out there in
Sideline
LA
guy,
today. Who
yes.
knows? Maybe he'll call
Over
in.
at the John Wooten Center, the UCLA basketball center.
The Poly
there.
Pavilion.
Poly Pavilion.
Yes,
Right, yeah,
giving
just
us the history there.
legendary.
The ghost of UCLA with, of course, Bill Walton.
Yes.
Yeah. The late, great Bill Walton. Dave says the number 1 pick, Baker Mayfield. Now I'm seeing why he was the number 1 overall pick. KR, evening, guys. Hello. Hell of a game. MK13 is back. That's a great win against a solid football team. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. Let's go. Go Bucks.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucks. All right, let's go out to KR and go Navy. We beat Army, so good for you.
Navy gets the gravy, but the Army, they got the beans.
There you go. Good
There you
stuff.
go.
And speaking of beans, there you go.
There you go.
I don't even have to look at my fantasy. I know Baker and Mike won it for me. Good stuff. Big Congratulations. Dave says, gotta love live infield broadcast, Peter, but it's all good. Bucs win. Bucs definitely win.
Oh, yeah.
Cousins threw 4 picks against LA. Baker decided to throw 4 touchdowns. Go Bucs, baby. I love it. I love it. All right, as the views right now, 173 people are viewing this. Let's go. Good stuff, Trevor. Fire those cannons. We shall. Let's go out to Nicole. If we come to Ferg next week, I need to be on camera. Gotta beat the hubby to it. Nicole, you're absolutely welcome. Thanks a lot for tuning in to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. There you go. That's why you're always closing there on the Sports Web YouTube edition. Bay right there. Tampa. Let's go out to Letta here. Way to go, Bucs. Absolutely way to go, Bucs. Let's go out to Nicole again. It's only 1,000 miles away.
Oh.
So she may be coming.
Then you know what? Leave the husband home.
Well, there you go. Well,
I mean, respectfully.
Right.
But you got the center seat right here because this is a party for 3, and we got a double camera shot. I can go out back in Ferg's backyard, and we can do a 2-camera shot and work 6 people.
And people continue to walk by, and they're like, are you guys really live? Yes, we are. You're live.
Wouldn't it be sad if we weren't? Like, we just out here with the light.
I'm telling you.
Like,
I can't see how we would not be live at this point. It definitely was a signature win, possibly season-defining win if we do win our division. This will galvanize the team moving forward. Great stuff there, Bigga.
Yes.
And you go back to that Green Bay game, right? It's not the Atlanta game because you went in the final drive there in the fourth quarter, but that Green Bay game where all is doubt, you have to win that game. It's a tough team in the Packers, and Baker goes in there and has a perfect quarterback rating. Is this more of an impressive victory than that game last year versus the Packers, in your opinion? I would have to say it is.
I say it is because especially as much as the Denver Bronco game earlier this season was as much of a setback as all of a sudden we're like, this team isn't the team we may have thought they were here in 2024.
Yeah.
But now the beauty of that round, how everything comes to a full circle moment is that now these same Chargers have to play those Broncos in what is their most important divisional game for them. And I have a feeling you're going to see Denver put a whooping on the Chargers again, but then being in the division, you never know. I mean, that's the reason why division teams are built to beat each other.
It's a good point. We had Kyle Trask sighting today. Yes, he did. He was out there. What did you think of Kyle Trask and his showing?
I think he handed the ball off very well. Get that one.
There you go. All right, Carl says we are going to win out and walk into the playoffs hot. I like it a lot. Playoffs. Mike's chance to get to 1,000 yards, make a huge leap forward today. Absolutely good comment right there. You're absolutely correct. How you doing? Go Bucs.
Go Bucs.
Go Sports, yes.
Yes.
Yes, the Sports Web on
Thank
YouTube,
you.
okay? I
Yes.
seen you out here last week, by the way, or the week before.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some, I don't know what it was. It was
The regulars, they live here. There was condos.
There was
They got-
2 reasons. I can't put my finger on it.
Oh, was
That's
that the one you couldn't stop talking about? I'm kidding. dog got to feed dog, right? Isn't that what we said?
She was out here. I know she was.
Oh, I know.
I
she was.
remember.
Oh, sure.
So you're right, Gary. Absolutely. Cam says, oh God.
What did Cam say?
Yeah, Cam said absolutely nothing, like always. Thanks a lot, Cam. We don't have that on the show. Was that a Diddy reference? I have no idea. Fire Bowles.
There we go. Wait, is that what? Is that what he said? Fireballs?
Can you imagine what this offense would be with Godwin? Yes, it would be amazing. It would be even better than it is. And talk about Jaden McMillan that first half. We kind of talked about him. Definitely showed flashes of brilliance. He showed it last week. 5 catches for 75 yards, including a 26-yard touchdown, where once again the defenders get tied in or locked in. It's a natural pick, and McMillan is open, and those defenders get locked in with the K. Otten. Talk about McMillan in his stepping up the last couple weeks.
The rookie out of Washington. First of all, the fantastic job that he's doing as he works in with a Sterling Shepard and a Mike Evans and a Kate Otten, and he's working in here. Who are you gonna? The fact of the matter is, he had that rookie moment where he was jawing with the sideline with the Charger.
Yeah,
I thought the Charger should have probably got it, but he did step toward him, and that in today's NFL is a taunt. You're literally stepping toward their area, so you're taunting them. But then I love the fact that not only is this rookie performing, Jaden McMillan here in 2024, but Mike Evans takes him over and puts his hand on his back, and all the players are going over to him. They're saying, "Yo," and he's saying, "Yo, that was me. That was me. And that goes back to the Jason Light drafting of players that are about the team first, not them. There are teams in this league, Philadelphia Eagles, where a receiver like an A.J. Brown would have an explosion or a blow up, and he'd go to the sideline, and nobody comes within 15 feet of him. That's not the way the Buccaneers are wired. That's one of the reasons why the Buccaneers are one of the best teams in the entire National Football League.
Love it. That's a great point by Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Best of the Bay. What you're watching right now is the Evolution, your post-game edition here. Nearly 2 hours, 1 hour and 45 minutes of talking about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4-game winning streak, a victory. Love that. On a victory Sunday night, a victory Monday for all your Bucs fans. We'll definitely have a show tomorrow night after they defeat the Chargers 40-17. We'll continue to read some of these comments. Laugh my ass out off at the backup dancers. We had a lot of that tonight. 27-0 in the second half. Good point right there, Christopher Cole.
Yes.
Well, Tucker got garbage time runs when the defense knew they were just running out the clock. Go Buffalo, says Cam. Big-time win by the Buffalo Bills over the Lions. The Lions, once again, to me, don't have the defense. I get it. They have the offensive weapons, but that defense going forward in the postseason. And I feel like, and I'm just going to throw this out there could be a matchup where the Bucs meet the Lions team in this postseason once again. Maybe it is the NFC Championship game, and maybe it's in Detroit. I feel good about this Bucs team and their chances versus the Lions. What about you?
I approached that game with the anticipation and with the fervor of just any other game this year, because not only have we taken care of the Detroit Lions actually in their place this season, before today, the only team that had beaten them in 2024, but I'm still rooting for it, and I don't want to get glib. I'm still wanting to see the Buccaneers take care of business next 3 weeks. Let's lock this, the fourth seed, the NFC South down. But I'm still rooting for a way where the Commanders, who Jaden Daniels and the Commanders look fantastic today, where if those bottom teams continue to win, the Bucs are locked in at number 4.
Yeah.
The NFC Championships, theoretically, they could come through Tampa Bay. The Bucs could play 3 home games if the right teams lost, because we're seated right there at 4. And that's all. I mean, but, as far as I'm just wanting to make the dance.
Yeah. Absolutely. Packers right now, 17-3 in those lime green uniforms.
Oh, Lions fan
you
right
got
here.
Lions fans right there.
Wait a minute. Come in here now. So we're talking about this right now. The Bills kind of gave you guys a game today. What happened there in Detroit as far as the Bills beating kind of like the Bucs did earlier this season? You guys are still a great team. What happened?
She didn't want to talk about it.
No, it's okay. You're representing.
Absolutely.
So go Lions. What's that?
What about the Chiefs, though?
What about the Chiefs? The Chiefs are impressive.
Although,
Mahomes,
the X-rays were negative. He was a little injured today, but they're expecting him to be okay.
They continue to just win games.
He's a tough cookie, so you know what? Sometimes you got to get hurt.
Absolutely.
You got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. Right?
He's very tough quarterback.
Especially when he runs, he's a runner, so if he's gonna run, he's gonna get hit, which means sometimes you're gonna probably get hurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go your Chiefs. Don't lose your party.
All right.
Nice talking to
you.
There we
go.
Chiefs.
Appreciate you right there. I didn't want to tell her that the Bucs did beat the Chiefs. Super Bowl 55.
Oh, 29-3. You're going to drop that down? The only touchdown they had was
31-9
National Airport there. I love that take when you dropped that. That was awesome.
Right?
Literally, I remember sitting right beside you.
The only touchdown was at
Tampa International Airport on the
That's
way
it,
in.
TIA.
And then they took right off.
And everybody says they got a dynasty, but it goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in my opinion. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Yeah, it's
How you
Tim
doing?
calling.
Tim, what's up?
My guy.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
great.
How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah.
Brother, good.
Excellent. Listen, I really was wanting to call and talk about the pressure they were putting on.
Well, they did. They did a lot of that tonight, and you saw blitzes. I think this team is getting healthier. It would be nice to get Antoine Winfield back with the guys that are there right now. JTS showed up tonight. We saw some plays from him. Levante David, as we talked about him. Yaya, Vea. I mean, it's good to see Kalijah Cansey once again making an impact as Eagle fans are exiting. And they had
we're
a
going
good
to see
day.
them. We might see them again, too, and I got no
them.
problem with that.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yes. So go ahead, Tim.
Anyway, the first 2 drives, at LA, they were moving the ball really well, and then he really started putting pressure on Herbert, and he couldn't move around.
Yeah.
And he was just throwing the ball up for grabs.
Yeah. And then Bucs are playing the Bucs defense. They're playing more man coverage, which I don't think they were expecting. I think they were expecting them to play a soft zone and letting everything go. And once the Bucs realized, especially when that offensive lineman went out, and they could put the pressure all over Herbert. Hey Tim, you saw it. Herbert was hearing footsteps by the end of the second quarter into the third.
Seeing ghosts,
because the pressure was there all day.
And that's the key to it. That's what you do to a talented quarterback that coming into the game his interception to touchdown ratio, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception, throws 1 in this game. Why? Because you get pressure in his face. Why didn't he have some of those high throws? Because you get pressure in his face. So you're exactly right. That's what this Bucs team was able to do today.
Credit to Todd Bowles for calling that blitzes like he did.
Yeah.
He reacted to. They were moving the ball those first 2 times. The pass defense they weren't running the ball.
Yeah.
They were just throwing it.
Yes. And I'm sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
And he started putting pressure on him, and it really forced Herbert into some bad decisions.
Let me ask you, Tim. I'll put a question out there. Think about this. It's not about who did better or did what.
Right.
Was the defensive calls Todd Bowles making, were those taking the Chargers more by surprise than even the offensive calls that Cohen was making? Because you're right. They didn't have an answer for it. Even when Kalijah Casey on 4th down drops into coverage and he's right there, right? I mean,
that made me laugh when I saw his
that was
jersey.
the best. I love it. Kalijah Casey, put him back at cornerback now. We got a 7th cornerback on his team.
I'm telling you, and a lot of people would criticize that, but that's Todd Bowles' defense, and he loves to put those defensive linemen back in those zones, and it worked out for them. It doesn't always work out, but it worked out in that case, and that's why Bowles is very creative when it comes to defensive play calling.
Yes, sir.
And I think a lot of Bucs fans don't appreciate that because they look at the results sometimes and
I think you're right.
And it's disappointing because Todd Bowles deserves a lot of freaking credit.
Fantastic coach. Remember, it was his defense that locked down the Chiefs in 2020.
Yes.
Tom Brady, the offense, we were doing everything we had to do, but if it wasn't for the defensive performance that defense puts on there in 2020.
Led by Todd Bowles.
Yeah. So, that's why it always felt like that, I had the cat that ate the bird type of smile.
Canary.
Because the cat that ate the canary.
Yes, I got
Very
you.
nice.
Thank
I appreciate you.
I like you.
I like you.
I like you. Let me see. High five.
High five. High five. Hey,
There you
Tim,
go.
let me ask you,
Yes.
who's your MVP today, Tim, for this team? I know there's a lot of
Oh,
them.
boy, I think it's
I tell you
gotta
what,
be
brother,
Evans.
Tim. Well, Evans, but give me the 3 game balls.
Yeah,
I'll give you
3
Evans.
game balls
Give me
here.
the other 2 game balls.
I got to give one to Bowles, man, for calling the defense like he did today.
It was awesome.
Yep.
Yes. How about that 3rd game ball?
And probably, I guess, Bucky, he had a great day, man.
Man, he took off the way that kid runs.
He really did. Again, 15 carries for 117. No touchdowns in this game, but an electric 54-yard run and also a 24-yard run. That was the catalyst for that big-time play to Mike Evans for 57 yards.
Did you see when Bucky goes to the sideline? I turn to my father-in-law. I go, see that? That's the eye of the tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Bucky's got that eye of the tiger.
He does.
He doesn't look like a rookie. He looks like someone who's been in this league for 3 to 5 years and is already working on that second contract, which buried the lead. He may already be working on a second contract as a rookie for your Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I think we're really developing a nice offensive line here, too.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think you're developing a great offensive line at this point, and Graham Barton has had bumps in the road, but for a rookie, he's definitely solidified. Absolutely
He's
solidified
leading
that
his
offensive
team.
line.
He's making the calls. So you're putting a rookie in amongst guys who've been off,
And how about Tristan Wirfs and Luke Gedeke? Those 2 bookend tackles. Did you hear from Joey Bosa or Khalil Mack today?
Did Joey Bosa? I forgot he played
Did he make the appearance or the show? What about Khalil Mack? We heard about the greatness
Khalil
of
Mack's
Khalil
still a
Mack.
Charger? I didn't hear about him.
That's what it was. Yeah, they were non-existent. So a fantastic job by that Bucs offensive line, only giving up 1 sack. And for the majority of the game, I thought they kept pressure off of Baker. And even when Baker felt that pressure, he had the instincts to scale the pocket.
Get out.
And mobile. I wish he would slide more because I agree with Leo. He's going to be killed and take those hits. But that's Baker Mayfield. That's the dog in him.
Yeah.
Right.
So
one more thing.
Yes.
We need a nice effort from the Raiders tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I agree. Can the Raiders beat the Falcons and just put Kirk Cousins and that whole debacle of Raheem Morris
to bed?
Yeah.
I tell you what, the Raiders team that Bucs played last weekend could because they were in that game, right? And then I was go ahead, Tim.
No, I said you're 100% right.
Right.
100%.
And I was kind of hoping
he looked good.
Yeah, and just like I was hoping going into today's game, I was saying, wouldn't it be great if the Chargers are looking past the Buccaneers toward the Broncos? And maybe some of that went on. And when we beat the Raiders last week as handily as we did, I'm thinking, it's like a bee's nest. We got them nice and wound up to go in and play against those Chargers or the Falcons. And would it be a shocker if Kirk Cousins throws 2 interceptions in the first half, and we don't see Pendix there in the second half, because at the end of the day, I think that Raheem Morris realizes if your team falls behind 3 games to the Buccaneers, then you got to put your rookie in and get him some real time, because Kirk Cousins probably isn't your solution moving forward.
And that is a tough situation to put a rookie in. And you can remember, if you're a Bucs fan, the 99 year where Trent Dilfer gets hurt. You get out to a pretty good record. Trent Dilfer gets hurt, goes down. Sean King, as a rookie, goes in and leads this team to the NFC Championship. But it was on the strength of the defense, not necessarily the offense. They got the offensive weapons, but that's a tough situation to put a rookie in. So I'm not ready for them to do that. Plus, the contract that they signed to Kirk Cousins, what does it say or look like? What kind of optic is that for them to bench him? It's
what
not
kind of
good.
an optic is it? I'm watching the game today. I'm thinking it's got to be if all the years of being a Buccaneers fan, 0-26, the decades without a playoff game.
Yeah.
It's got to really, really be hard to be a Browns fan today.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about Jameis, but you still got Deshaun
Another
Watson,
interception,
right?
by the way. Water is wet, and Jameis throws an interception. There you go.
Well, he's not eating dubs today, but I mean, the thing
he's
is that
not.
as a Browns fan, you still went out and gave $240 million guaranteed. You traded away 72 draft picks to get Deshaun Watson, and you're looking at Baker. You love my 72. I'm going to stick with that because it's consistent. But you see Baker Mayfield down here leading a team of dogs in Tampa Bay. So I don't mean to poo-poo on those Browns fans, but it's got to be hard.
Wow. Yeah.
I
You did that.
just did poo-poo.
All right, Tim, we appreciate the call as
All right,
always,
bud.
my
Take
friend.
care, guys.
Take care,
Yes, sir.
Tim.
We're giving the Ric Flair right there. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391.
Those Seahawks jerseys, those Seahawks uniforms, that
are
lime,
just
that lime
they're
green
hurting
is
my eyes.
horrible.
Man. They're hurting my eyes.
I mean, lime green. They look like
they look like Mountain Dew at this point. I want a Mountain Dew.
Oh, a Mountain Dew, yeah.
Yes,
or maybe
I need
call
a Mountain
Dew. The Seattle guacamoles or something.
There you go.
That lime green is terrible.
Yes. Okay. Will you read this? Peter's got hooker's intention behind you. Please see. Yes, curly brown hair. Say hey. Okay.
Wait, someone saw his wife out here?
I don't know.
Is that what he said? Hey, is that my wife? Yeah,
But Bowles has to make a deep playoff run. Cam says
Playoffs?
Peter. I'm not reading it. Oh.
That's troll.
Yeah, troll.
But trolls are good.
This guy sucks.
Thank you, Cam, for your contribution as always, which is absolutely zero. Why does a pass catching back agree with that? Christopher Cole. Biggest, as I say, Bowles has to make it to the NFC Championship game. This game bought Bowles at least a week out of the hot seat, but this job isn't secure yet.
Again, imagine Todd Bowles. Imagine he doesn't make it to the NFC Championship game. Imagine we have people calling for the playoffs. Or for the firing. You got Bryce Young and the Panthers suddenly looking like they might be a team to reckon with the next few years. You have the Falcons; they've got more tools than a hardware store, and I don't know what's going on with those Saints. You're going to take the best defensive coordinator in the entire NFC and take him away from head coach and his team because you're worried about a guy who's the second offensive coordinator who's had success 2 years in a row, but you're willing to get rid of a linchpin, a guy that's got 53 ready to run through a wall. Step back. Slow your roll. Think about it.
And there's no guarantee that Liam Cohen is going to leave this team because everybody was saying Ben Johnson. Right.
Ben Johnson. I mean, there are guys out there.
They were saying Ben Johnson was going to leave the Detroit Lions and decide, you know what, I'm going to stay with the Lions. So there's no guarantee of it. We just don't know.
Yes.
Let's stop looking into the future
Family
at
might
this
like
point
it
when
here.
it comes to coaching carousel. I rather look at these games coming up when you got the Cowboys.
They went from Kentucky to L.A. to Kentucky to Tampa Bay. Liam's brought the family around. Maybe he's ready to settle down for a couple of years, and maybe Tampa Bay isn't the worst place to do it.
And maybe they make him the coach in waiting at this point.
Make him the assistant. Yeah, give him the assistant coach, $10 million
not?
a year. You keep him here. You have a succession plan, which is what general managers like Jason Light do, what the Green Bay Packers like to do with their quarterbacks.
Correct.
Jordan Love, after a Brett Favre, after an Aaron Rodgers, they have a succession plan. Maybe
Absolutely.
the Buccaneers are finally starting to have that.
All right, what a bunch of idiots. Nice they leave their trash on their desk. Yep.
Oh, that was this with all their beers? I'm like,
that was.
This wasn't Leo drinking these voodoo
They
rain
threw
drinks.
the one there on my notes, but that's okay. My notes took it. That's all right. Back of the bus.
Back of the bus.
Okay.
Wait, maybe we don't want to say that one.
Yeah. Tell Whoopi Goldberg and Rosa Parks to get out of the camera. I'll be shut up and be quiet.
Who was that?
It was just
Shut up!
It takes all kinds.
LFG for the Bucs. Let's see. Best game of the year. Absolutely agree. Michael right there. Michael Hulk. Kids, see, stay off drugs. See example behind Peter, the one in red. Behind Peter was basically the Viewcast.
It was like a UFC fight out here.
How have you kept your cool? Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
did. No,
I
you
did
did.
for a while, and then I kind of got tired because the guy kept on looking at me, and it was like, bro, are you on something? What did you take before the game? What did you take during the game? What did you just take just now after I told you several times over and over again? Like and subscribe to the Sports Web and
Yes.
write it down. He's like, I can't see this.
I
Well,
know.
that's a problem. Go to Lens Crafters.
If you're gonna drop Molly, make sure you got a lot of ladies in the party, because if it's just a sausage party at the end of the day, you're gonna be doing things like making an ass of yourself on live television.
And the guy that's pouring, blue cheese all over his face.
Was he real? What was
It's
it?
apologize. What was it? It was the blue cheese that I left over there, which was a mistake, by the
So
way.
they were just
Don't
looking
ever
for
do
Andy-
that.
Was he trying to grab the mics?
Oh, he was. He tried to grab this. This mic doesn't work right now. It's not,
We should
it's
have
not
that
working.
so it shoots cream cheese out of it. If you grab
Should have.
it. Yeah. Oh, here you go. Try this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Slime time.
Let's go out to Cam. Salmon shirt wants sexy freaky time. Mayfield has like a second quarter curse or something. I said it before the game. Sure enough, it happened again. Eric Cameron Decker, laugh out loud. This guy definitely wants the bone Peter. The decline of humanity on full display behind Peter.
I got it. I can't. And you know why I'm here? You know why I'm here?
Yes, I know
Because
why
I
you're here.
can't go back and watch the show until you're off live. So we know this, right? Once the show drops, you can't
Yes.
rewind it. It's just got to continue out.
Yes.
So I was going to sit at home and not be able to see what happened. And I was on a phone when it was all happening. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to get down here. I'm glad I did, because I'm getting the comments here live. And it's like, yeah, it was a crap show for a minute or two, but you're going to have that when you're on the mean streets of St. Petersburg in the Edge District.
Love it there. Tampa
Yes.
Bay, Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter right there, as it's Bucs time, Bucs Nation. How do you feel about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning 4 in a row in easy, convincing fashion over the Chargers,
And I'm
40
going
to
to say
17?
this. Chargers
Yes.
game today, best game of the year, but I'm going to tell you that Eagles game at home earlier this season, as
Pretty
the
good.
Eagles, that was right there with it. So those are two statements, because I expected to win the Eagles game, didn't expect to lose the Niners game. So this game today against the Chargers, a game that we weren't supposed to have, put us back in the
Go
win
on the
column.
road and dominate a team that, once again, coming into the week, and everybody's talked about this,
Yeah.
the top scoring defense, they were dominant. And
This
there's
is Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Jim Harbaugh took the Niners to the Super Bowl continuously, goes back to college and has that success continuously. So, yeah, he is a great dog.
one Super Bowl appearance, one national championship with Michigan, a couple of NFC championships with the San Francisco 49ers, but
Yeah.
you're absolutely correct. They are well coached. Jim Harbaugh, you have not heard the last from him. They definitely got to get some weapons there.
Yes.
Peter, okay, I don't know what that is. As I said on the previous shows this past week, Tampa would win this game. The Chargers are overrated. Hopefully everyone cashed that game. Peter, look behind you. Yes, there's a okay. Not going to read that. Good job holding your straight face, Peter, with all the pandemonium behind you.
Yes.
Yes, I tried to do that. Thank you. I've gone from being fed up with Baker and Bowles negativity people to being embarrassed for them. I like that comment
I
right
like
there,
that.
Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Florida sun, drugs, and alcohol, not a good mix. Yeah. Good job, Michael, right there, who's been a Facebook star sender. We got to love that. You got to
Yes.
love football fans just walking down here. A beautiful night
It is
here.
nice out here.
Picturesque,
Got
if
my-
you will.
got the throwback
Yes,
on.
the creamsicle.
Got my creamsicle
I'm
on.
ready for like a Mountain Dew after this.
Just lime green. Look at that, even the Ferris wheel is lime green. It
He
must be in
says,
Seattle
tell
for
this
sure.
guy to jump in a tree. Cam says, tell General Custer to walk behind you to get them out of here.
Oh, nice.
Michael, he will have a tattoo of no regrets tomorrow on
his forehead, right? No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Oh, my God, says Bigga. I'm dead. Yes. Wow. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's go out to Jason here. We got this season in the bag almost. We keep winning. We got this.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yes. Let's go out. Little John for you right there. You
Love
need
it.
security. True.
There you
No
go.
bounces over there. Howard says, what in the world of sports is going on? I had no idea what was going on. I have to watch back. Get security out there on these two jerks. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Anyone else getting spotty audio? Dave, no, but Facebook froze for a minute on me. Gotta love Facebook. Peter, I called St. Pete Police, reported them for you. Hopefully they will be gone before the cops get out there.
Oh, God.
Thank you,
Cops-
Cam. I
gotta roll.
appreciate you.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that was a long time ago. Okay, may
okay,
just be on my end. Thanks for the input. They said they will send an officer out to talk to you. What the hell?
Not to me. I'm not the guy.
What the hell are they talking to me for? If they start talking about getting rid of Bowles, They never liked him in the first place.
Wait, the Leo or the fans?
Jim says.
Okay,
that.
not law
Yes.
enforcement. Okay,
Yes, not law enforcement. Yeah, if they're done, Pete, I'll call them and tell them they left. Great effing game. It was a great effing game. It definitely matters. Laugh out loud. Bucs need to have a game and stay ahead from the beginning. It does not matter. Yes, you got to start out, but it's not how you start. It's how you finish.
Yeah.
And if you play your game and finish up strong like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did today, you're going to win a lot of games, especially in the postseason. Harry the Greek, absolutely, says Ray Kennedy over there. Oh, yeah, Greek time to set you straight about LVD. Cam, Peter, did you Salmon shirt guys? Phone number? No, I did not. Where is the koala bear guy? Tell him to go jump on the panel. Eric says, didn't hear nothing. You know I'm right. Best Bucs game of the season. Absolutely it was.
Ooh, yeah.
As people are walking by, is that a real camera? Are you live? Yes, you are on the Sports Web, live on YouTube.
Yes.
So, yes, you know I'm right. Best Bucs game. Yeah, those clowns caught you by yourself, Peter. They did. People see a camera and go nuts, literally.
Talk to him.
Outstanding, says Pedro. I don't know. Yes, Peter is the guy on the phone, single. Oh, my
I'm
God.
Jeff. Wait.
This guy sucks.
Cam, you're something else. You
Cam
really
is
are.
good, though.
Mind you, Bucky didn't even start this year as a starter. Absolutely. 852 yards for Bucky. I know Jaden Daniels, possibly Bo Nix, are the front runners for Rookie of the Year, but definitely deserve honorable mention.
100%.
Bucky Irving.
Yeah, even the national media, when they talking about the Bucs, when you go back to Fox and they're doing their check-in in the morning, the one thing is Bucky has the hip injury. He only had four snaps last week, but he looks good to go, and they show him stretching. It's not just because he looks good, and he does look good, but it's because he is one of the top narrative speech talks about, or top narrative. Yeah. He's one of the guys. I just ran out. I'm not even
just
drunk.
running out of juice at this point.
I'm
Green Bay 7-0. Can we update that score?
20-3.
20-3. Green Bay. Dave, great job. Bucs on the Super Bowl. I like it.
Yeah.
Cam again. I like the guy's voice. Congratulations to you.
This guy sucks.
This game should give the team and fan base confidence that we can compete with anybody. Even our losses this year to the Ravens, Chiefs, 49ers, and Falcons, we competed. Agree.
Yes.
Besides the Denver game, they were all in all those games and had chances to win.
And Denver was just Sean Payton going 4-0 against the South, and he was the coach and dog coach in this division for over 15 years. So, yeah, that's the thing there.
All right. Dave says, I think Tampa Bay has finally found a franchise quarterback. Agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to you, True. Only team I think really whooped us is the Broncos. Yes, Trask got to make an appearance. How did Trask do, Peter? He did great. Handing off. That's good. Trask had a huge final drive, Peter. He looked awesome. Yeah, sure. Was that Nissan Taylor? I don't know if that was Nissan Taylor, but I know he's a big-time Bucs fan. So that was you, Nissan. I know who you are.
Yes.
And I appreciate your work there when it comes to the Bucs. If you did come by and you didn't get on the Evolution, we appreciate you making an appearance. I don't know if that was him or not.
Wow.
What impressed me the most about this game was overcoming the turnovers and then gaining the lead back, pushing the gas pedal, and not letting off.
Just a complete game day. And here, like I said, it was going to be 24-10 before it was 17-14. And this team just whipped it around. They said, we will not go quietly into that good night.
I got to read this. Was it wine cooler he was drinking, Peter? I don't know. I think it was one of those.
That's a Voodoo Ranger, which is a heavy IPA.
It was a Voodoo Ranger.
Which I'm almost
and we got some of that, and I wouldn't drink
How
that.
much is in there?
Well, there's quite a
Maybe
bit, but
you
he
don't have to buy
threw
me
he
one.
threw like a half a one.
What an idiot!
On
That
me.
stuff. I mean, of course, down here at the world famous Ferg Sports Bar and Grill, very, very reasonable deals on these, so I can get where. If you're at a Buccaneers game last week, I mean, hey, I'm gonna tell you, if I'm at a Buccaneers game paying $19 for one of these things, I'm not only not throwing it on you, I don't care if you tell me pour some sugar on me. You ain't getting any of that because it's going right in here.
All right, Def Leppard, good stuff.
You
there.
like that
I like
reference?
that. I like
Getting
that little
jiggy with
80s.
it.
So get jiggy with it with the Will Smith there. You ruined it with that. All right, no, it wasn't a wine cooler or a juice box. No, it wasn't, Cam. Everyone's shadow is here. Raise the flags. Let's effing go. Let's go! Let's go out to Dave here. Peter is always a pro. Bucs hired the man to work with Scott and Casey.
Why not?
I really appreciate that. Dave's been a long-time web head. I appreciate you being the lifeblood, as I always say, web heads, Bucs fans, Bucs Nation. We appreciate you so much. I can't tell you, coming into this business, I always talk about it. You feel like you're somewhat alone in your quest, and then you meet a guy like Ray Kennedy off the sidewalk in 2019 in Fergs, and you meet a guy like Harry the Greek at the deck, and you meet Leo Haggerty in the press box, and you see one of your mentors. Leo is one of my mentors. TJ Reeves, the icon, and Jason Powers and JP Peterson, and great guys that are a part of this.
Steve Carney.
Yes.
Well, I mean, just
Steve Carney.
Steve. Well, we were at a maybe an illegal viewing of the Tyson Jake Paul fight.
We won't say where we were.
We won't say where we were because
Yes.
theoretically the statute of limitations may have already been ran out. But just these guys in this market that bring all of this together, part of the evolution. But the reason we talk about going back to 1993, and we had the team. And we had WD8, we had 860, and we had 620. We had two sports stations, 810. We had two sports
910,
stations.
and then it was 820.
They flipped around. It was a transition.
I'll tell you
radio.
what, I'm gonna save you here. We're gonna go back to the Marine. The Marine, welcome to the evolution after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take care of business on the road. I call them the Road Warriors, a tag team name from the 80s and 90s for your wrestling fans. 5-2, 40-17. How you doing, sweetheart? We're on the evolution, Mr. Marine. Go.
Sweetheart, wow, man, I feel honored.
Well, not you. There was but not you. I wasn't calling you sweetheart. I was
me.
Calling,
I know.
I wasn't calling you
brother.
the sweetheart either. It's the girl that came down here. Yeah.
But hey, how you doing, Tampa Bay Ray? Pete?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Win.
Good day.
I mean, excellent win. Feels great. I mean, hats off. First off, to the defense, because I'm sure many didn't expect a performance like that. I think we knew offensively we had it in us to, put up such a really good game. But I mean, putting up 40 guys is like, I think more than we could ask for as a fan. But just a collective effort, that we had some mistakes earlier on, but we didn't let it define the game, and just an incredibly awesome second half. You couldn't have asked for a better second half.
You really couldn't. 27 unanswered points, 17 in that third quarter. The catalyst of the day, definitely Mike Evans with 159 yards, his career high this year. Not a career high for his career, but game high for the season high. If I can throw the words there together after almost 2 hours being on air, over 2 hours.
Here 8 hours today, right
8
now.
hours today. 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, a splendid tippy toe touchdown. Yeah, tippy toe on the sideline there, 57 yards. I love that. I love that play by Baker Mayfield on 3rd and 12. That is the number one pick overall quarterback. That is your franchise quarterback, Marine.
Yes.
Big time. Yeah, I mean, and the defense was, relentless too. I mean, we got some turnovers and brought the pressure. So, just all around, and you got to say, coming in against such a good defensive team.
Yeah.
This offense just looked awesome today, and also, I don't know what you guys think too, Ray and Pete. I mean, hats off to Bucky. I mean, Bucky Irving, he's been banged up, and that guy, that little guy, just runs hard, and he just goes out there and balls. Man, you got to love it.
The closest thing to work done you've seen in the last 25 years. Would you not agree with that? I mean, that's work done to reincarnate.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you put it
I
in
know.
works,
I'm just saying.
I'm following you. I'm getting it.
Listen, the media icon himself, TJ Reeves, threw that out there when he was drafted. 25 years to the day, work done as Bucky Irving. And to me, he's the number one back. He's shifty. He's something special. And listen, if you always think about trying to draft a running back in the first or second round, the Bucs show you. Around the NFL has shown you get a guy in the 4th round, and he has been splendid.
Yes.
Absolutely. And also Rashad today, after that fumble, he didn't really lose this, even after those couple errors by Baker, and they didn't lose and Rashad didn't lose their stride, really, didn't let it break them. And Rashad had a couple really good catches, and that one in the flat there, he turned it around and scores a touchdown. Just great stuff to see, guys. Hopefully they bring it next week, because I think Dallas, we're seeing a little bit of a different Cowboy team. So, from here on out, it's, we control our destiny. They better be bringing it in Dallas next week, because I think Dallas is going to come in ready in Big D. So let's do the damn thing again. You know what I mean, Pete?
Love it, man. Love it. What else did you see today, Marine? Todd Bowles. You confident in Todd Bowles here?
I mean, saw some better man-to-man bump and run today. So we saw where that could work when you implement that. So big time, man. I mean, both sides of the football, really. I mean, my hat's off, though, really proud. I mean, couldn't be any more proud of the defense. I mean, I thought they went out there today and they really played a solid game. Levante brought it. Tyke had a pretty good game overall. I mean, our line held its own. I mean, Logan Hall came out, didn't play a bad game at all. I mean, everyone pretty much. I mean, it's kind of a cumulative team effort, guys.
It really is. All sides of the ball. No punts today. You want to solve your punting problem? Just don't punt.
Yeah, and I didn't make no mistake about it.
Yeah, don't let them score either.
Yeah, don't let them
That's how
score.
you win the game.
It's easy.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I don't know how many times I have to say this. The team that scores the most points is probably going to win.
Well, that broadcasting school is definitely paying off for you, Tampa Bay Ray.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I can
that.
the wheels are turning.
I know the wheels are turning round and round, round and round. At least they're turning. At least they're turning. The other guys, they were turning. They were
going backwards.
Going backwards. Yeah. All right. So what else, Marine?
Oh man, just a great win, man. I mean, it's 4 in a row. We control our destiny. I think the next 3 games are winnable, but you can't take them for granted because, like I said, you have an improved Dallas team. The next 2 are going to be division games. So the Panthers are, far from a give me game. They're going to be competitive.
Yes.
All your division games are always, a fight, a battle. So I think we're obviously up to the task. And man, it would be great, but I'm really truly feeling like we can close this thing out, man. And with 11 wins, Pete and Ray, I mean, what do you think? I mean, I really think it's doable.
I think it's possible. I said it was possible. I'm feeling it too. And I
Yes.
thought at the beginning of the season they would have 11 wins. I told you 11-6.
Yes.
I don't work for a radio station. I don't work for a TV station. I work for the sports web. You know this all too well, the evolution of sports talk television. Ron Buckstastic, Mr. Marine himself. Thanks a lot for the call, man. We appreciate you. All right,
guys. Love you guys. Thank you, man.
Love you too, brother. Right there.
you.
To give me the Ric Flair. I got to get him like a Marine salute or something like that. I got to do that.
Yeah.
I got to do that. All right. We'll read the rest of these comments. We're almost at 10 o'clock here. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. The guy that walked by the Jets jersey definitely. God damn.
I'll have to see what that said. I'm not even gonna ask. But I can't read it. I might.
I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah,
I don't know why I put it up there.
I will
Cam.
be watching. I'll watch.
How about that defense in the second half? Way to stand. Second half blowout game. Great job, Bucs. Bigger. The Bucs need to make Liam Cohen one of the highest paid coordinators. Agree. Corrections. Eagles jersey. It definitely beats his girlfriend.
This guy sucks.
Those 2 ghosts are the usual alcoholics that have a loser life behind the scenes. True.
Yes.
I like the Bills and Bucs fan. I'm hoping for either Buffalo and the Bucs Super Bowl or Lions and Bills Super Bowl. Cam Bigga says with a promise of succession plan in case Bowles retires. Victory! Gary says they need to sign Cohen to a future head coach contract. Run the damn ball, laugh out loud. Good comment by Gary. Buffalo fans just prefer paper straws to plastic and paper bags to plastic bags.
This guy sucks.
Green Bay, 14-0. We updated that score. Green Bay fans far too much. Okay. Ravens fans beat their wives. Those fans are drunk. Cam. Dolphins fans are flamboyant. Jets and Giants. Okay, just kidding. Jets, Chiefs fans cheat on their spouses.
There you go.
Okay. Dave, I didn't know this. Cam is taking surveys across the United States.
If you're a kicker for the Chiefs, do you even have a spouse?
Oh, don't go there with that. Come on.
Kidding.
Pulling for them tonight. Move us a spot, up a spot for the playoffs. Win over Seattle.
Yes.
Carl says defense played great in the second half. Cam, Denver fans smoke too much weed. Cowboy fans are just losers.
Yeah.
Cam says Seattle fans are just loudmouths. Cam again. Texans fans like their coffee. What's that mean? Is that a good thing? I mean, I like my coffee. What's wrong with coffee? The kind of live broadcast is so interesting. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Karen LX. All right. Bucs fans get too many DUIs. Carl says victory Monday. Hell yeah.
Victory!
All right. So let's go on to Cam. Jags fans, cars break down.
Oh, God.
Duval. Let's go on to Big. There comes your backup, Tampa Bay Ray. Yes. Oh, guy. The guy said
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, you said that. I'm not going to.
Oh, God. I can only imagine.
Ray to save the day. All right. So,
We got a caller?
We got a caller. Let's
Here we
go
go.
out to the phone lines for the longest post game of all time. What's your name? Where are you calling from here on the Evolution?
Yo, Peter, this is AJ from West Palm.
What's going on, AJ from West Palm? What do you think about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this 4-game winning streak?
Keep them stacking, keep them stacking, keep them stacking.
Love it, AJ. Love it. What did you see from this game today?
Well, you saw an array of different things, but what I want to talk about is, listen, Todd Bowles, where are the Todd Bowles haters? Because Todd Bowles is doing a great, absolute job. I mean, he's won the division twice.
Yeah.
And he may be able to win it third time. And people have been trying to throw Liam Cohen in, which I'm sure is going to be a great offensive or maybe a head coach one day.
Yeah.
But Todd Bowles, his demeanor, when they lose, they don't get too low. And when they win, they don't get too high.
Yeah.
He always comes in.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's a good thing. And that's kind of like a Tony Dungy thing. Tony Dungy used to preach that don't get too high, don't get too low, because when you get too high, you start to believe your press clippings and you have those slow starts that come out. And they didn't have a slow start today, but they had their slow starts in that first half, sleepwalking in that Carolina game, and then winning in that third and especially that fourth quarter.
Hey, Peter, I don't think people can appreciate how much Todd Bowles has done, being that we were so much in the salary cap. So much money to the salary cap.
Yes.
We couldn't get no free agents the last 2 or 3 years because of the Brady situation, right?
Yeah.
And he's been able to, with the defense or the secondary basically out, right? Everybody's on their third stringer. The job he has done. This reminds me of that Green Bay game when everybody was going to bury Todd Bowles.
Mhm.
He won that Green Bay game, and then they won the division.
What's more impressive to you? Because I asked this question to Tampa Bay Ray before and some Bucs fans. What's more impressive, that victory versus the Green Bay Packers last year, or this game this year versus the Chargers, where you're coming in, you have to have a must win, you have to run the table at this point, you have the top scoring defense, and you absolutely kick their ass.
Yes.
I think this right here is a measuring stick, what they wanted to do, an accurate measuring stick. And I think they wanted to come in. I think this gives them even more of a boost going to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
So I think this one is probably better because they have to feel that they've beaten a playoff team. The last time they beat a playoff team was Detroit, right?
Yeah.
So I think this game right here puts a little bit more confidence in them that, hey, we can get this regardless of who we have on the field. Next man up. Doesn't matter with defense. Doesn't matter with offense. I wish Baker would be a little bit more careful with the ball, but listen. This got to be a statement game for those guys.
Yes, AJ.
Absolutely.
100%,
AJ,
baby.
that's great
Yes,
stuff
brother.
there. Anything else here on the Evolution, my friend?
No, I get to get my second call, or is it too late? In a little bit?
You know what? We'll give you a second call tomorrow night, my friend, because we're going to have a Victory Monday show. I'd love to give you a second call, but we're about to wrap this up. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes here live. We appreciate you, AJ. Don't be a stranger. Call back 3 times tomorrow night if you want to, all right?
Wow. There you go, AJ.
Let me get that Randy Savage.
Oh, you got the Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
There it is right there. How about that? Right there, Randy Savage there for a wrestling fan. Appreciate you, AJ, all the way from West Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, Virginia, North Carolina, California, Costa Rica.
Yes.
We've had overseas there in Scotland.
The Evolution has no
Yes,
borders.
it
That's
does
just
not.
because
We love it.
are in the cloud.
Yes, we love it. We love it. And some people here are clowns.
I said
Not you.
cloud.
Well, I meant clowns.
Clowns.
Yeah, some people.
I'm not even going to go there. I had a thought.
Bucky's going to be the first 1,000-yard rusher in how many years?
As a rookie.
Yeah, as a
I
rookie.
think, was Cadillac Williams a rookie? Did he have 1,000 yards? Or even, I'm trying to think of Doug Martin, the muscle hamster. That's going to be, we'll have to look for that tomorrow night.
We'll definitely have to look for that. It
It
looked like he was used to it. That's not going to be the last thing on that guy's face tonight.
Well, there's 2 guys, right?
Ray, you have to watch the replay. It was nuts. It was.
I'm definitely going to
I'm
watch
just
it.
happy those 2 idiots left. Biga says, it was nice to hear the broadcasters calling Evans the future Hall of Famer. Things like that help the chances to be first ballot. I think he is unequivocally.
Let's go.
They were comparing him to other Hall of Famers like Fitzgerald and even Moss and added,
Yes.
but he has a ring. He does have a ring. Absolutely. Tim says it's hard to beat the Bucs in December. Keep it rolling. Jim says, big Bucs fan, Gary. No, Gary just has his doubt. He's not fake. He's a
No.
Bucs fan. He has his doubts. I understand those. But eventually, those doubts, I think, will be put to bed with the Bucs team and this Bucs success.
And we wouldn't talk
for this
about
year.
it if just and it's not just because it's an empty narrative. It's not.
Yeah.
People feel this way. And
Sure.
that's what we're doing. That's what we're
That's
doing.
what we're doing here.
We do dialogue. We're
Yes.
having a conversation.
Yes.
So nobody's wrong or right. Some people are more right than wrong, or more wrong than right in some instances.
Yes.
But it's all.
Look at that. The Grinch. You got Santa Claus
There you go.
there.
Yes.
Look at this. Wow. You got all
Pub
kinds
crawl.
of people
Christmas
coming
pub
in
crawl?
here. I don't know what they're
Yes.
doing. He was on TV. He was on, yes. You got Green
Hey,
Bay
brother.
Packers.
Oh, you guys are rolling.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah.
white
You guys are
uniforms,
killing
huh?
it tonight. Good. I don't know what they were
Oh
doing.
yeah, Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, go back. Hey,
yes.
go till the Bucs play, and it's gonna be a good game.
How
All
great
right?
has it been the past
that?
few years to
No,
be
but we'll see you guys in the postseason. For
a
sure.
relevant team right there, Dave?
going,
That's a
brother?
great comment right there.
Yeah.
Let's go out to Sitting. Go Bucs.
Sitting, yes.
All day long. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. All right, good stuff there from Sitting Dave. Ray's the man. That's a good friend, Peter. He is a good friend. He's always been a good friend. He's a brother. He's a great friend. He's a colleague. He's a hell of a broadcaster. He's best of the Bay. I can't say enough about him. As, again, we started off on the sidewalks of Ferg's.
This
He
is where it
got
all
this
started.
deal. We got Harry the Greek, our third compadre. I call us the tripod. You're my guys. I get emotional about you guys because I
Yes.
want to see you guys do well.
Brother.
It's just amazing.
That's all.
Amazing. It's an evolution.
The evolution.
It really is. And Leo out here too. Peter,
Leo,
love you,
you
man.
look good
Smash
today.
that like button. Dave, 17-3 Packers. We updated that. Sid Mike to have at least one monster game to have a chance. Now he does. Michael, Peter, Nicole is my wife. Ray. So there you go. So you got the wife. So happy wife, happy life. Michael,
Yes.
we appreciate your
And
wife.
Michael,
for
I wasn't
tuning
inviting
in.
her without you.
We
got
love you
room for
guys.
four. We got room
Yes.
for both of you.
See, you put your foot in your mouth. And
I don't
then,
put my foot in my mouth. I stand behind what I said. If Nicole wants to come here, it's 1,000 miles. If Peter can't make it, he's got to work. Or is it Peter said that?
Michael.
Michael. If Michael's
Michael.
got to work,
Yeah,
we
there's
got
not
you.
another-
Nicole can sit here, and she'll be safe from those ass clowns that came by earlier.
I
Trust me,
agree.
we got you
Bucs
covered.
are the Chiefs, Daddy. We win when it matters. Of course, the Saints also, but don't tell the Saints fans that. If Seattle loses, Bucs would be tied for the third seed. Gotta love it. So good stuff there, Christopher Cole. Love Cansey, but he's got to stop hitting the quarterback when the ball is thrown. He's a borderline on roughing most of the time. It's okay. I like the physicality. I know he kind of hits the quarterback late, but he got away with it. I don't think they were late hits today. I know what you're talking about.
No, they were
O'Connell.
competitive. They were hitting,
Yes.
but they were constant. That was like, that was like a rolling tide that kept
Yes.
coming in on Herbert, because by the third quarter, he was just trying to throw that ball away before he even looked for receivers, because he knew that there was an impending rush.
Yes.
It's going to be all over him.
Ray is right. Bucky is special. Dave, Ott needs some love. He's really turned it on this year. He really has turned it
Beast.
on this year.
But quit leaving your feet, brother.
Yes.
I get it. I loved it. You came up okay. You're a big guy. He's a tight end, so
Yeah.
lay in. Punish them when they try. When these little 160-pound defensive backs try to tackle you, big guy, take it to them. Don't leave your feet. Put a shoulder down and remind them the reason why they shouldn't tackle 88.
There you go. Crosby is out for the season with an ankle injury. This should be an easy game for the Falcons. If they don't win, it is over, as the great Howard Cosell would say. Got a feeling Raiders are in full tank mode after the Bucs win last Sunday. Peter, I'm your favorite comments. They're so good, you can't read them. Very good, Cam. Very good.
Yeah.
Some of them on the borderline there, my friend. We got to keep this family oriented, but that's okay. You guys are doing an awesome job as usual. We all too wound up tonight to sleep. I agree with you on that. Cam says the guy was saying he wanted your blue cheese on his face.
This guy sucks.
Okay. Tampa Jocko, how is that stadium coming along across the street? You big vote.
Tuesday.
Talk to Mark Ferguson.
Yes.
He said it best, and you have to go back and watch that interview because we had the great Mark Ferguson, owner
Yes.
of Ferg's, coming out and saying, get that vote done on Tuesday. I think it's a foregone conclusion.
Yes.
I think it's much to do about nothing. I have been very, very adamant when I said I never thought this deal would not get done in downtown St. Pete, simply because, the Rays want something. The city has it. They have the money. They have the redevelopment deal. The deal will eventually get done. We won't be talking about this anymore. They'll play in Tampa for a couple of years, and then eventually you'll have a new stadium.
Looking forward
downtown.
to it. I used to go to Legends Field to see the Yankees in the when the
and let's go. Let's go out there.
We'll do that. We got it, and that's a beautiful stadium. I have no problem.
Maybe we'll do a broadcast outside if you have the Wi-Fi. You got your hotspot.
I got my hotspot.
You got your
right
hotspot.
here.
Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah,
I don't know. We could do it in the stadium because the Rays, the Rays ownership.
Oh, the Rays are pretty. No, they don't. They like us.
They do.
They've got certain problems with certain people, not us. We're very Rays friendly. Okay, we'll try.
Oh, we'll try.
We'll be there.
All right, we'll be there. Bowles is coaching with both hands tied. Yes. Peter has to go back to accent Egyptian times to read the comments. That's what I love about this show. Superior Bucs content. Carl Alms with the drunk clown show. Krusty the Clown and Sideshow Bob.
I love
now,
it.
Krusty was the guy that had the blue cheese on his face.
Yeah.
Sideshow Bob was the angry one who threw the beer on me.
Oh, definitely. Sideshow Bob always had a dark side. and
Oh,
that's
he
what this
did.
guy had.
He did. Absolutely. So thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Big time win today, Pete. Absolutely. Marine. Defense impressive to say the least. Offense putting up 40 is more than we can ask for. John, no more doubting Coach Bowles. Defense, they showed up today. Let's go out to the Green Queen herself, which was great to see you. Congratulations to your Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
And congratulations to your boyfriend out there. You know he's a big-time Bucs fan. You're a blessed, highly favored, Peter. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
As always, Jeremiah says the shadow there from South Dakota, all the way to South Dakota. It's not the coach, it's the players that step up. Fire those cannons. It was also coaching today. Stop it. Give the coach some credit, damn it. Biggest is when our defense makes stops, it allows our offense to get back on the field to put those numbers up. Absolutely.
It was such a beating today.
Peter Salmon's shirt is back. I just saw him behind you. No, he's not. The camera is an idiot magnet. That it is. Some people would say
Also a
sometimes.
babe magnet.
It is a babe magnet. Some people would also say I'm an idiot sometimes.
Well, and
That's
sometimes
okay.
I would say you're a babe magnet.
Well, there you go.
Dog got to eat.
There
Dog
you
got to
go.
feed dog.
That's it. I'm definitely single. We're not doing the smash. Maybe I should ask those women that came by here before. Smash or pass.
Smash or pass.
Yeah, there you go. Get some women Buccaneer fans out here who watch the show, the webheads themselves. Todd Bowles' wife is going to let him sleep in the bed tonight. Okay. Good point. Christopher Cole, Seahawks have the Vikings, Bears, and Rams left on the schedule. So they may not even win the division, but we have a great chance to lock up the third seed. Big up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take it one game at a time. Michael, if you want to solve the punting problem, good one. Don't punt.
Don't punt.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. We're almost done with these comments, and we'll wrap it up. We are winning without our top safeties. Big up. Cam Dicker is a fool. He is. We love him, though. Great show. Great guest. Go, Bucs. Fire those cannons. We got to go, Bucs. We got to go, Bucs. We got to go, Bucs. Good stuff there. Cam says, Tampa Bay Ray, me and you alone for one Bucs Sunday would be fun. Tampa Bay Ray, okay. Why am I reading these? Atlanta fans are, okay. I'm reading that. Saints fans get naked too much, are part of the Monkey Club.
Who dat?
I'm going to dress up as Art the Clown, show up behind Peter one night with a black trash bag. Thank you, Cam. I appreciate that. Todd Bowles for Grifter of the Year. Michael Ray, it's all good. IPA's on there, though. They were good. Carl says, for all the Baker haters, just watch. Which, by the way, can you throw up what are his statistics right now?
Baker
Stats
Mayfield,
wise,
what,
yes.
for today or for the season?
For the season. Give me the stats for the season at
All right,
this
go
point.
ahead. Keep doing comments for a second.
Yes. Let's see. Peter will use his special red sock when he gets home tonight to celebrate Victory Monday. Man, I
just take socks in the
I don't know why I'm reading his comments still.
Why? You
Cam,
love it. You gotta love
you're
it.
an idiot. How about that?
Shut up!
Let's so we'll you got those stats there for Baker Mayfield. What are they?
You're gonna have to read it because you're better.
Well,
than me.
touchdowns and interception there. Okay, I don't know.
I searched Baker Mayfield.
Let's go ahead.
Stats.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. 32 touchdowns, 14 interceptions.
Doubled up. So
32 touchdowns.
Yes.
14 interceptions. I think you'll take that, right?
And let me tell you something. You take away, again, the pass today, he threw it behind Mike Evans because he had a coverage on the side. Their DB came across the quarter, and he made a great play on it. Take away that stat, Baker Mayfield's probably at 130-something percent wise today as far as the quarterback percentage rating.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. And even with the interception, he still comes in. And somebody made a great comment earlier. This I got Baker, I got Mike Evans in their fantasy. Those two gave you 50 points today. That was a good thing.
Amazing day for Mike
points.
Evans. 9 catches for 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. So congratulations to all you fantasy guys out there. We do care about your fantasy football team.
We talk
here
fantasy.
on the Evolution. Rhett Matthew of the Cannon Fire podcast.
He was also a sidewalk guy. He was always out here with us.
Yes, he was at the beginning there.
Is he still with 102.5?
I believe. No. He is with Bubba.
Oh, that's right. He's with Bubba on the Bubba Radio Network.
We love that guy. We love you
it.
guys out
Good to
there.
see you,
Still trucking, fellas. We're always trucking here on the Evolution. Definitely got to get you on because you do a hell of a podcast yourself.
Yes, he does.
Go Bucs. He says go Bucs. So you know what that means. You know what that means. I know I swing that like a shillelagh at this point.
That's what she said.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and play it out. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hey, Tampa Bay, the Bucs know how to shine. Hey, Tampa Bay, the Bucs know how to shine. We're in trouble, that's okay. We can pull it out because we know we're on the top when we stand up. Stand up and shout!
I love it.
Oh, great stuff. I mean, seriously, what where are you guys going to get that from a sports talk show? Commercial free, live from Ferg's
For now.
with the best of the Bay for live. Yeah, we're live for
Commercial
now.
free for now. No, commercial free for now. We got some things
We got to
happening
get some.
here.
Yeah,
The
you're like
evolution
over
evolves.
200,000 views, almost to 300,000
Yes.
views. Amazing stuff there. Let's go Bucs. New Tampa Bay Bucs fight song. Search on YouTube, your favorite streaming platform. So let's go Bucs. He says, "Let's go Bucs." Let's go Bucs, baby. Let's go Bucs. All right, we're not going to do that again. Rhett Matthew, Bucky deserves Rookie of the Year, but they'll give it to the quarterback. Agree with that?
Well, you know what? Does Saquon have a shot at the MVP this year over the quarterback? I think he does.
Yeah.
And the irony is, it's just 3 years after the NFL completely undervalued the position of running back, and now all of a sudden it's like you can still find a Bucky Irving in the 4th out of Oregon, but at the end of the day, running back, just like the other 53, but running back is one of your most important positions.
It is, and especially for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. Once again, when it comes to statistics, I know you love stats. We love stats here on this show. 222 rushing yards, 283, 505.
You gotta run this pizza machine.
Oh, it's not plugged in, brother. But tell you
Yeah,
you
it's
go right
not.
in there and talk to them at the counter, and they can hook you up with some great
There
pizza.
you go.
The food here
The
is
pizza
fantastic.
right there.
Is that some ad content?
Yeah, it's we're doing great, man.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate you. That's awesome.
Look like he's wearing a FedEx shirt. I think he's
That's
delivering.
probably why. Cam said you
course
look like you work for UPS. You do work for UPS.
I do. That's
don't
why
you?
I see a FedEx guy and drunk guy, and it's
What
like
an idiot.
I'd lay him down because UPS, we're gonna get your packages there in a great position for the holiday season because at UPS every package has a name.
There you go. Good stuff there. A Bills fan right there walking by. I think he tried to hide himself, but you're on camera, sir. You cannot
Well,
hide from that
they
camera.
whooped those Lions
They
today,
did.
so he's showing up.
And they showed you the Lions don't have a defense, and I continue to say that. And the Buffalo Bills, to me, are to me the Super Bowl team that's coming out of the AFC.
Yeah,
with
100%.
Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's the MVP of this year.
Oh, wouldn't Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield Super Bowl? Can you imagine just all week running up to
Oh.
the things? They're going to bring out the pose
I
again.
love
the Brett
it.
Favre pose for Baker and
I love to
draft
see
day
it.
and everything.
Yes.
There's narratives all over the place.
Absolutely. Actually, my custom league with all kinds of bonuses, Baker and Mike got me 44 points
44.
each.
I said 50. Yeah, 100%.
Good stuff. And last comment of the night, we have a non-quarterback win the Heisman. So absolutely, Rhett Matthew.
Yes.
Ray have to hold down the seat. FedEx guy almost put him in a self-defense situation.
You saw me. I was like, "Can I help
did.
you, brother?" 'Cause I thought
I
he was
did.
one of those assholes from earlier.
I
Pardon my
know.
French. So I wanted to make
That's
sure.
okay.
I figured you to give me.
You
the,
know
you to
French,
give me the
we get the hell out of here. That's what I was trying to say to those guys.
I was going to drop him like a bad Baker Mayfield pass.
I love it. jumbo package comes out. Yeah, you go from like Bob Ross to Bob Rock.
I do go crazy.
I love
sometimes.
that.
Yeah.
Final thoughts here. Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy here on the Evolution.
I just glad I made it down here to talk about this. It was a season-defining win today. The Eagles game was huge. The loss that don't forget, we kept the Ravens close. We kept the Niners close. I mean, we kept the Chiefs close. They went to overtime, and then they had a drive. The fact of the matter is that Buccaneers in 2024 may be the best national football team in the entire league.
Yeah.
Go back and check the stat sheets.
Check your stat sheet right there. Good stuff by Rhett Matthew, Cannon Fire Podcast, a great Bucs podcast. As always, once again, Bucs win 40-17, their 4th win in a row. Next up, the Dallas Cowboys on primetime Sunday night. We got you covered here live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Please, those idiots don't friend me at all. If you want to come by here next week, we'll be live as always for the great Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. I'm your host, Peter Blake. 3 things. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. Bucs win 40-17 to move to 8-6. Once again, Cowboys up next. We'll see you next time on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as always, go Bucs.